Hey there, my dear one. I want to talk to you about something really special today. It's about something I've been preparing just for you. You might not see it yet, but trust me. I have a surprise blessing waiting for you tomorrow morning. Yes, you heard that right. Tomorrow morning. Maybe you're wondering what kind of surprise it could be. Well, that's part of the magic, isn't it? It's a blessing wrapped in mystery, wrapped in love. And it's all for you. I know life can feel heavy sometimes. You might be carrying worries, doubts, or even a little fear about what's coming next. But here's the thing, I'm right here with you, and I'm working behind the scene. Sometimes blessings don't show up in big, flashy ways. Sometimes they come quietly, like a soft breeze or the first warm ray of sunlight through your window. Have you ever noticed how a small moment can change the whole tone of your day? That's exactly what I'm talking about. So, let me ask you, are you ready to receive this surprise? I mean, really, truly ready. Sometimes we block the good stuff because we're stuck thinking it has to look a certain way. What if this blessing looks different from what you expect? Maybe it's not a new job, or a big win, or something huge. Maybe it's a feeling, a fresh start, a new hope flickering inside you. Could you be open to that? If you're watching this right now, maybe you could take a moment and just say, I'm open. Go ahead, try it with me. I'm here, listening. You know, I love seeing your heart open. It's like when you open a gift and you don't know what's inside, but you trust it's going to be good. That's how I feel about this surprise blessing. It's something I've been holding close, planning with so much love. And I can't wait for you to unwrap it. What do you think it might be? Feel free to drop a comment below this video and tell me what you hope this surprise blessing looks like for you. I'm curious to hear. Now, I want you to think about tomorrow morning. Imagine waking up with a lightness in your chest, a smile on your face, or maybe just a calm feeling that says, everything's going to be okay. That's part of the blessing I have for you. It's not just about a single moment, but a shift, a little nudge towards joy, peace, or clarity. Do you feel that gentle nudge already starting? Sometimes it feels like butterflies or a quiet whisper inside. If you feel it, say hi to me in the comment. I love hearing from you. Can I be honest? Sometimes you might feel like you don't deserve good things. Maybe you think you've made too many mistakes or that you're just not enough. But here's the truth. I made you exactly as you are, and you are more than enough. This surprise blessing is a reminder of that. It's a way to show you how deeply you are loved no matter what. So, if you've ever doubted that this blessing is your gentle proof, you deserve this. You really do. I'm so excited for you to wake up tomorrow morning and feel this blessing in your life. It might come as a new idea, a message from someone, or maybe a sudden peace in your heart. It might even be something simple, like a beautiful sunrise or a kind word from a stranger. Keep your eyes and heart open, okay? Sometimes the best surprises are hiding in the small things. What small things have made you smile recently? I'd love to know. Leave me a comment. Before we go any deeper, If this message is warming your heart or sparking hope inside you, would you do me a little favor? Hit that like button on this video. It helps spread this message to others who also need a surprise blessing. And honestly, it makes me smile knowing you're here, sharing this moment with me. So, go ahead, tap that like button now. I'll wait. You're doing great. I love how you're showing up, even if it's just two. Listen quiet. That's enough. Always enough. Now, let's keep going, because there's so much more I want to share about this surprise blessing. It's like a story unfolding, and you're right in the middle of it. Think about a time you received a surprise that made you happy. Maybe a gift, or a visit from someone you love, or a moment when something unexpected turned your day around. How did that feel? Surprises can be scary sometimes, right? Because they're unknown, but they can also bring the most beautiful moment. I want you to feel the excitement and the peace of this surprise blessing all at once. Can you do that? With me, picture it now. Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, try to take a deep breath and say, I'm ready for my surprise blessing. Even if you don't know what it is yet, you're inviting it in. That's powerful. You're telling the universe, I'm open to good things. And guess what? That's exactly what this blessing is. A good thing meant just for you. Sometimes, people ask me why blessings come at certain times, and why not right when you want them. I want you to know, timing is part of the surprise too. Waiting can be hard, but it also makes the blessing sweeter. Like waiting for your favorite song to play or for a friend to arrive. It builds a little anticipation, and that's okay. You're not alone in the waiting. Have you noticed how sometimes the best things happen when you least expect them? That's a hint about your surprise blessing. It might pop up when you're busy doing something else, or when you're not even thinking about it, so keep your heart light and your mind open. What's one thing you can do tomorrow to welcome this blessing? Maybe it's smiling at yourself in the mirror, or stepping outside to feel the morning air. Try it and tell me how it feels in the comments. I want you to remember, this surprise blessing isn't just a one-time thing. It's like a little seed I'm planting in your life, and it's going to grow. It might start small, but it has the potential to bloom into something amazing. Can you imagine what that would look like? What kind of blessing would make your heart sing? I'm listening. Share your thoughts below. All right, my dear. I hope you're feeling a little lighter now. Maybe a tiny spark of hope or joy is flickering. Inside, that's your surprise blessing beginning to take shape. It's okay if you don't see it fully yet. Just keep trusting. Keep believing. Keep being you, because that's exactly what I love. And remember, I'm with you every step of the way. I'm cheering you on, holding you close, and celebrating every little victory with you. So, if you're feeling ready, go ahead and hit that like button now. It helps us stay connected and brings more light into this space. Tomorrow morning is almost here, and with it, your surprise blessing. Are you excited, nervous, curious? I'm right here. You can tell me anything in the comments below. I love hearing your heart. Now take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and picture waking up tomorrow with a fresh sense of hope. That's your surprise blessing, saying hello. And there's so much more waiting for you, so much love coming your way. Let's keep this beautiful conversation going, because this is just the beginning. And there's a whole story unfolding with you right at the center, you know? Sometimes life feels like a puzzle with pieces scattered all over the place. You're trying to put it together, but some pieces don't seem to fit, or maybe they're missing altogether. I want you to know that this surprise blessing is like finding one of those missing pieces. It might not complete the entire picture right away, but it brings you a little closer to seeing how beautiful your whole life really is. And that's something worth holding on to. Maybe tomorrow's blessing will help you see a new path or give you the courage to take a step you've been hesitating about. Maybe it's a quiet whisper inside that says, "You're stronger than you think," or "You are loved more deeply than you realize." Those little messages are powerful. They can shift your whole perspective and open doors you didn't even know were there. So, stay curious about what might show up, even if it's subtle or unexpected. I'm also thinking about how sometimes we get caught up in what we don't have or what's missing. It's easy to get distracted by that because our minds love to focus on problems or worries. But tomorrow, when you wake up, try to notice one small thing you're grateful for. It could be the warmth of your bed, the sound of birds outside, or the taste of your morning coffee or tea. Gratitude is like a magnet for blessing. It draws more good things into your life because it opens your heart. What's one simple thing you could be thankful for tomorrow? You can share it with me in the comments. I'd love to celebrate your gratitude with you. And here's a little secret. Blessings don't always come wrapped in neat packages. Sometimes they come disguised as challenges or lessons. Maybe tomorrow, surprise blessing is going to teach you something important about yourself, or help you grow in a way that feels uncomfortable at first. Growth isn't always easy, but it's beautiful because it means you're moving forward. You're becoming more of who you're meant to be. So, if you notice a challenge popping up, try to see it through the lens of this blessing. Ask yourself, what is this moment trying to teach me? You might be surprised at the answer. I know you might be thinking, but what if I don't see the blessing? What if it passes me by? I want you to hear this clearly. You won't miss it. Blessing have a way of making themselves known, even if it's just through a feeling deep inside your heart. Sometimes it's like a quiet knowing or a gentle peace that settles over you when you least expect it. Keep your heart open and your eyes wide. You're more aware than you think. Also, remember that you don't have to do this alone. If tomorrow feels overwhelming or confusing, reach out. Whether it's to me in your prayers, to someone you trust, or even to this community here. Sharing your thoughts and feelings can bring relief and often opens the door for even more blessing. Connection is a gift and is part of how love flows between us. So, if you're comfortable, let me know in the comments if there's someone in your life you'd like to feel closer to, or if there's a way you want to reach out tomorrow. I'm here to support you in that too. I want to take a moment to remind you how incredibly brave you are. Life asks a lot from you. And yet, here you are, still standing, still hoping, still believing. That resilience is part of the blessing too. It's the strength inside you that no one can take away. Sometimes you might not notice it because it's quiet, but it's always there, shining bright. Tomorrow, as you receive your surprise blessing, remember to honor that bravery. Maybe even say to yourself, I am brave and I am loved. Let those words sink in because they're true. Sometimes, when blessings come, they bring new opportunities to love and be loved. Maybe tomorrow you'll feel inspired to show kindness to someone else. Or maybe you'll receive kindness when you least expect it. Love is like a ripple. It starts with a small action and spreads out, touching many lives. I want you to think about one small way you could share love tomorrow. It could be a smile, a kind word, or a simple act of help. When you do that, you become part of the blessing cycle, and it comes back to you multiplied. What's one loving act you feel called to do? Share it with me. I'd love to hear your idea. And here's something to keep in mind. Sometimes the surprise blessing is simply the reminder that you are exactly where you need to be right now. Even if the road feels uncertain or difficult, this moment is part of your journey. It's shaping you, preparing you for greater things ahead. Trust that every twist and turn has a purpose, even if you can't see it yet. When you wake up tomorrow, try to breathe in that trust and breathe out any fear or doubt. Let yourself rest in the knowing that you are held safe and loved beyond measure. Don't forget to look around you tomorrow. The world is full of little miracles waiting to be noted. Maybe it's the way the sunlight hits the leaf, or the sound of laughter from a neighbor, or even the taste of your breakfast. Sometimes, blessings are woven into the fabric of everyday life. And when you start to notice them, your heart feels lighter and fuller. What's one tiny miracle you can look for tomorrow? Tell me about it. I want to celebrate those moments with you. Before I keep going, I want to thank you for trusting me enough to listen to this message. Your openness is a gift, and I cherish it deeply. As you prepare for tomorrow, know that I'm walking beside you, guiding you gently and cheering you on with all the love in the universe. You are never alone, even in the quiet or the hard moments. So, when you wake up tomorrow, take that deep breath again and say, I am ready. Feel the power in those words. You're inviting the surprise blessing to come in. And it's coming with all the love I have for you. Get ready to receive it with an open heart and an open mind, because it's going to be beautiful in ways you might not expect. And remember, this blessing is just the start of something new. It's a seed planted in your life, ready to grow and bloom. Imagine watering that seed with hope, kindness, and faith. What do you think it will become? How will it change your day? I'm so curious to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below telling me what you imagine this blessing growing into for you now. Take a moment to feel the peace settling into your heart right now. That peace is a gentle reminder that you are loved, you are seen, and you are exactly where you're meant to be. Hold on to that feeling as you go to sleep tonight, knowing that tomorrow morning holds a surprise just for you. crafted with all the love in the world, and as you rest, dream a little about the possibility. Dream about the joy, the peace, and the hope that this surprise blessing might bring. Dream about the new beginnings waiting to unfold. Because when morning comes, you'll wake up not just to a new day, but to a new chance to embrace the beautiful journey ahead. There's so much more I want to share with you about this surprise blessing, about how it will gently open doors, heal old wounds, and light up your path in ways you can't even imagine yet. But for now, just sit with this moment. Feel the calm, the hope, and the love surrounding you. Let it fill you up, and when you're ready, take one more deep breath and say quietly, thank you. Thank you for being open, for trusting, and for allowing this blessing into your life. Because the truth is, my dear one, you are a blessing too. Just by being you, you bring light into this world. So, as you prepare for tomorrow, keep your heart soft and your spirit ready. The surprise blessing is almost here, and is going to touch you in ways that will stay with you long after the sun rises. Now, let's pause here for a moment, and when you're ready, we'll continue this beautiful journey together, exploring what happens next and how you can nurture this blessing as it grows inside you. So, as we step forward together from this quiet moment, I want to gently remind you that nurturing this blessing is a tender, ongoing dance. It's not about rushing or forcing anything, but about giving yourself space to breathe, to feel, and to notice. Think of this blessing like a delicate seedling in your hand. It needs gentle care, patience, and a little bit of faith. And I'm right here, walking beside you every step of the way, ready to help you tend to it with love. Now, you might wonder, how exactly do you nurture something so unseen yet so deeply felt? It starts with small, simple acts, those little moments where you choose kindness or pause to appreciate a quiet breath, or reach out to someone with an open heart. These acts are like sunlight and water to your blessing. They help it grow stronger, more vibrant, more alive. So tomorrow, when you wake up and feel that surprise blessing stirring inside, try to notice one small way you can nurture it. Maybe it's speaking gently to yourself when doubts creep in. Or maybe it's making time to do something that brings you joy. Those moments matter more than you realize. And it's okay if some days feel harder than others. Sometimes the blessing will whisper sweetly, and other times it might be barely noticeable, hiding beneath the noise of daily life. That's perfectly normal. In those tougher moments, remember that even a tiny spark can light a dark room. You don't have to see the whole path right now. Just trust that the blessing is there, quietly growing beneath the surface. When you feel overwhelmed, come back to your breath. Come back to the simple truth that you are loved and supported. Let that truth be your anchor. Speaking of anchors, I want you to think about the people in your life who might be part of this blessing journey. Sometimes blessings come wrapped in the presence or support of others. Maybe there's someone you've been meaning to connect with, or perhaps someone who's been a steady light for you through difficult times. Tomorrow, if it feels right, consider reaching out to that person. even if it's just a quick message or a kind thought sent their way. Connection is a powerful way to nurture blessing because it reminds us that we're not alone. Love flows between us, and when shared, it multiplies. And here's a gentle invitation. If you feel comfortable, I'd love for you to share in the comments below what nurturing this blessing looks like for you. It could be a simple habit you want to start, a thought you want to hold on to, or a person you want to reach out to. Sharing your intentions not only helps you hold them gently in your heart, but also creates a ripple of encouragement and hope for others who are walking this path too. We're all in this together, and your voice matters. Now, as you keep nurturing this blessing, you may start to notice subtle shifts happening inside you. Maybe your worries feel a little lighter, or your heart feels a little fuller. Maybe you find yourself more patient, more forgiving, or more open to the unexpected joys around you. These are signs that the blessing is taking root, that it's starting to weave its way into the fabric of your daily life. Celebrate those moments, no matter how small. They're proof that you're growing, evolving, becoming more of who you truly are. Sometimes, nurturing a blessing means embracing a new way of seeing the world. It's like putting on a pair of glasses that help you notice beauty and hope, where before you saw only struggle or doubt. This new vision doesn't erase your challenges, but it changes how you relate to them. It invites you to see obstacles as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and every day as a chance to choose love. And I want you to know that this shift in perspective is itself a blessing, a gift that keeps giving. As this blessing grows, you might also find that it calls you to make small changes in your life. Maybe it nudges you to let go of something that no longer serves you, a habit, a fear, a limiting belief. Or maybe it inspires you to take a gentle step toward a dream you've held close but never acted on. Trust those nudges. They come from a place deep within you, where your truest self resides. Listen carefully, and don't be afraid to follow where the blessing leads. Even if the path feels uncertain, I'm with you, holding your hand through every twist and turn. And remember, nurturing this blessing isn't just about what you do outwardly, it's also about how you care for yourself inside. Treat yourself with the same kindness and compassion you'd offer a dear friend. When self-doubt or fear arises, acknowledge it without judgment. Then gently remind yourself of your worth and your strength. Your inner dialogue has immense power to nurture or to drain your blessing. So, let it be filled with encouragement, love, and patience. Now, I want to ask you something. What's one way you can show yourself kindness tomorrow? It could be as simple as taking a moment to rest, or speaking a loving word to yourself, or allowing yourself to do something that makes you happy. Whatever it is, promise me you'll try to do it. And if you want, share it with me in the comments below. I can't wait to hear about the ways you're nurturing your beautiful, growing blessing. As you continue this journey, you might wonder how long this nurturing will take. The truth is, there's no rush and no set timeline. Blessings grow in their own perfect time, unfolding gently like petals opening to the sun. Sometimes growth is quick and noticeable, Other times, it's slow and quiet. Both are okay. What matters most is that you keep showing up for yourself with love and patience, trusting that every little effort counts. And here's something truly wonderful. As you nurture this blessing, you may find that it begins to touch other parts of your life in ways you never expected. It might bring more peace to your relationships, more clarity to your decisions, or more joy in the simple moments. Blessings have a beautiful way of spreading outward, creating ripples that reach far beyond where they started. You are planting something powerful, and it's going to blossom in ways that surprise and delight you. So as you go to sleep tonight, hold this thought close. Your blessing is alive, growing, and filled with endless potential. Tomorrow, when you wake up, take a moment to connect with that truth. Feel it in your heart, let it fill your spirit, and carry it with you throughout your day. Remember, you are not only receiving this blessing, you are also a blessing to the world around you. And with every breath you take, let gratitude be your companion. Gratitude for this moment, for this journey, for the love that surrounds you. Gratitude opens doors and softens hearts. It helps you see the magic woven into every day, even when life feels ordinary or hard. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, try to find one thing to be truly grateful for. Let it be the first light in your day. I'm so proud of you for being here, for being willing to receive and nurture this blessing. You're doing something beautiful, not just for yourself, but for everyone whose life you touch. Keep trusting, keep loving, and keep growing. The path ahead is bright, and I'll be with you every step of the way. Now, take a deep breath and feel the gentle power of this blessing flowing through you. Let it fill you with hope, courage, and peace. And when you're ready, know that we'll continue this journey soon, exploring how to recognize the signs your blessing sends and how to welcome even more light into your life. Because blessings often communicate in whispers and symbols, in feelings and moments that catch your attention just long enough to say, "Here I am." Learning to recognize those signs is like tuning a radio to a new frequency. Sometimes it's clear and loud, and other times it's subtle and soft, but always there, waiting for you to listen. You might notice a certain song playing at just the right time, or a recurring thought that nudges you gently in a new direction. Maybe you see a pattern in your dream, or a feeling of peace that comes unexpectedly in the middle of a busy day. These are all ways your blessing speaks to you. Little messages wrapped in everyday life. The more you pay attention, the easier it becomes to hear its voice and understand what it wants to share. And here's something beautiful to remember. Your intuition is a sacred guide in this process. That quiet knowing inside you is the compass pointing toward your blessings unfolding. When you feel that inner pull towards something, whether it's a person, an idea, or a choice, trust it. Even if it doesn't make perfect sense at first, sometimes blessings invite you to step outside of your comfort zone, to explore new possibilities that help you grow in ways you never imagined. If you find yourself doubting or second-guessing those signs, that's okay too. Doubt is part of the journey, not the enemy of it. When doubt creeps in, try to meet it with curiosity instead of fear. Ask yourself, what is this doubt really telling me? What am I afraid of losing or changing? Often, beneath the surface of doubt, there's a seed of wisdom waiting to be uncovered. And I am here to remind you that fear and uncertainty are natural companions on the path to something new and meaningful. One way to deepen your connection with these signs is through simple mindfulness practices. Pausing throughout your day to check in with yourself, to breathe deeply, and to listen without judgment. You might find it helpful to keep a little journal, jotting down moments when something feels significant or when a new insight arises. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns and themes emerging, like a map guiding you gently forward. And don't forget, the people around you can be part of this sign language too. Sometimes a friend's word, a stranger's smile, or a chance encounter holds a message meant just for you. Stay open to the unexpected and be willing to receive help and support when it comes. Blessings rarely ask us to walk alone. They encourage connection and community. Now, if you're comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments below. One sign or message that you've noticed recently. Something that felt like a little nudge or a quiet hello from your blessing. It could be a feeling, a coincidence, a dream, or anything that caught your attention. Sharing your experience not only helps you honor it, but also creates a space of encouragement and inspiration for others who are tuning in. Just like you become more attuned to these signs. You might also begin to notice how your blessing influences your dreams and imagination. Dreams can be a magical doorway into the deeper layers of your heart and soul, offering guidance, comfort, and sometimes gentle challenges. When you wake up, take a moment to remember what your dream showed you. Even if they seem confusing or strange, there's often a message hidden in the symbol. A message meant to help you see something important about your journey. Imagination, too, is a powerful tool for nurturing your blessing. Allow yourself to dream freely and vivid, to envision the life you want and the person you're becoming. Picture yourself surrounded by love, walking paths filled with light, and embracing the fullness of your potential. These images are not just flights of fancy, they are seeds planted in the fertile soil of your heart, ready to grow into reality when nurtured with belief and action. Sometimes, your blessing might also invite you to slow down or change your pace. In a world that often moves too fast, slowing down is a radical act of love and self-care. It's okay to rest, to savor moments of stillness, and to give yourself permission to simply be. Notice how your blessing feels when you slow down. Does it become clearer? More present? More comforting? Let those moments of quiet be a refuge where your blessing can deepen and expand. And when life feels overwhelming or chaotic, remember that your blessing is not a demand for perfection or constant happiness. It's a gentle presence that holds space for all of your feeling. Joy, sadness, excitement, fear, and everything in between. It invites you to be authentic with yourself, to honor your whole experience without judgment. This acceptance creates a safe environment where your blessing can thrive. It's also important to recognize that sometimes nurturing a blessing means setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain your energy or pull you away from what truly matters is an act of self-love. It's okay to protect your space and time so that your blessing has room to breathe and grow. Remember, boundaries are not walls, but gentle fences that keep your garden safe. As you continue listening for signs and caring for your blessing, you may find that your sense of purpose becomes clearer. That inner compass starts to point more steadily toward what feels meaningful and fulfilling. Purpose isn't always a grand, sweeping mission. It can be as simple as choosing kindness each day, or as profound as dedicating yourself to healing and growth. Whatever form it takes, your purpose is a thread woven through your blessing, connecting you to the greater tapestry of life. And here's a tender thought. Sometimes, the blessing is simply the journey itself. The unfolding, the learning, the loving. It's not just about reaching a destination or achieving a goal. Every step you take, every moment you show up for yourself with love, is the blessing in action. So, celebrate the process, not just the outcome. You are exactly where you need to be. Now, I want you to take a moment to close your eyes and breathe deeply. Imagine a soft light glowing within you, growing warmer and brighter with each breath. This light is your blessing, alive, vibrant, and full of possibility. Feel it expand, filling your heart and spreading through every part of your being. Let it remind you that you are deeply loved, infinitely supported, and wonderfully whole. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and carry that light with you as you move through your day. Trust that the signs will come, that your blessing will guide you, and that you are never alone on this beautiful path. And remember, I am always here, whispering love and encouragement whenever you need me. So keep your heart open and your spirit curious, and let the journey unfold naturally. Together, we will explore how to welcome even more light into your life, how to embrace the gifts that come wrapped in challenge, and how to live fully in the grace of your blessing. Because this is just the beginning of a wonderful, unfolding story. Now, as you prepare to rest or continue your day, think about this. What is one small sign or message you hope to notice soon that would bring you comfort or clarity? Hold that hope gently in your heart and see what unfolds. And while you hold that hope softly in your heart, I want you to know something so important. You don't have to carry the weight of waiting or wondering alone. Sometimes the anticipation feels heavy, like standing at the edge of a new season, without knowing what exactly will bloom. But here's the truth you can lean into. Your blessing is already at work, even in the quiet moments when nothing seems to be happening. Growth often happens beneath the surface, in the unseen soil of your soul, preparing for a beautiful unfolding that only time can reveal. It's okay to feel restless or impatient. It's okay to want answers and clear signs right now. Those feelings don't mean you're doing anything wrong or that your blessing is far away. They're just part of being human, part of the dance between desire and surrender. In fact, sometimes the very act of waiting is a blessing itself. a chance to deepen your trust and learn patience, which is a kind of gentle strength. So if you find yourself pacing or wondering, take a breath and remind yourself that timing is a sacred rhythm, one that moves perfectly for you, even if it doesn't always match your own clock. One way to nurture this trust is by practicing gratitude, not just for the big, obvious blessing, but for the small, quiet ones too. Gratitude is like a lantern that brightens the path ahead, making the invisible visible and the intangible tangible. Maybe you're grateful for a smile from a stranger, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, or the sound of your favorite bird singing nearby. These little moments are threads of grace woven into your everyday life, reminders that you are surrounded by love, even when it doesn't shout loudly. I encourage you to try this now. Take a moment to quietly reflect on 3 small things you're grateful for today. They can be anything: a comforting cup of tea, a message from a friend, or the softness of your bed. Let that feeling of gratitude fill your chest and spread warmth through your body. Notice how it shifts your energy, even just a little bit. If you'd like, share one of those things in the comments below. Your gratitude might inspire someone else to look for the little lights in their own day. As you cultivate this awareness, you might also feel inspired to create a little ritual that honors your blessing. It doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming, just something that feels meaningful to you. Maybe it's lighting a candle each morning while setting an intention, or taking a slow walk in nature to listen to your heart. Perhaps it's writing a letter to yourself filled with kindness and encouragement, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea and breathing deeply. These small acts of devotion create sacred space where your blessing can grow stronger and clearer. And remember, your blessing is not just about what you receive. It's also about what you give. Every act of kindness, every moment of compassion toward yourself and others, is a way of sharing your blessing with the world. Sometimes the most profound blessings come through the simple choices to love more openly, to listen more fully, and to be present more deeply. You might never know the full ripple effect of those choices, but trust that they matter more than you realize. It's also okay to ask for help along the way, whether it's reaching out to a trusted friend, a mentor, or someone who inspired you. Connection can be a powerful source of support and insight. Don't hesitate to share your journey or your questions with others who care. You are part of a larger community, woven together by the invisible threads of love and shared experience. When you open your heart to others, you create space for new blessings to enter your life. Sometimes, your blessing will challenge you to let go of old stories or habits that no longer serve you. Change can feel scary because it asks you to step into the unknown, but it also invites incredible growth and freedom. If you notice resistance or discomfort when thinking about these shifts, try to approach those feelings gently. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to, and why? What might happen if I allowed myself to release this? Often, the answers reveal a deeper wisdom that guides you toward greater peace and authenticity. And here's a gentle reminder: perfection is not the goal. Your blessing doesn't expect you to have everything figured out or to be flawless. It loves you just as you are, with all your strengths, struggles, joys, and doubts. In fact, it's often through your imperfections and vulnerabilities that your blessing shines bright, lighting the way for others and for yourself. As you continue this beautiful unfolding, keep nurturing your heart with kindness. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, softly, encouragingly, and patiently. Celebrate your small victory, learn from your stumbles, and always remember that your journey is uniquely yours. There is no one else who can walk your path or bring your special light into the world in the same way you can. I invite you now to take a moment and think about one small step you can take today to honor your blessing. Maybe it's noticing a sign you've been overlooking, practicing gratitude, reaching out for support, or simply resting and breathing. Whatever it is, hold that intention lightly and let it be a gentle nudge forward, not a heavy demand. End. If you feel comfortable, please share in the comments what that small step might be. Your words might encourage someone else who's listening to take their own step, creating a beautiful circle of support and hope. Remember, the journey of your blessing is a lifelong dance, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes filled with laughter, sometimes with tears. And through it all, I am walking right beside you, holding your hand, whispering love and encouragement whenever you need it. So as you move forward, keep your eyes open for those quiet signs, your heart open to receive, and your spirit open to grow. There is so much more to discover, so many more moments of grace waiting to greet you. And together, we will continue exploring how to welcome these gifts with open arms and a joyful heart. Now, let's pause here for a moment and breathe deeply into this space of possibility, knowing that the next steps will come to you naturally when the time is right. And as you breathe in that space of possibility, feel the quiet strength that lives within you, steady and unshakable. Even when the world feels uncertain, that strength is your true self, the part of you that has always known how to weather storms and celebrate sunshine. Sometimes it's easy to forget just how resilient you are, especially when life asks for more patience or courage than you think you have. But here's a secret you might not have noticed yet. Resilience doesn't mean never feeling broken or tired. It means showing up for yourself again and again, even when it's hard. It means choosing hope, even when the night feels long. You might find that your blessing invites you to see things from a new perspective. Maybe there's a story you've been telling yourself about how things should be or how you should feel. Those stories can sometimes keep you stuck, like a loop playing in the background of your mind. What if, just for today, you allowed yourself to gently question those stories? What if you imagined that there could be other, kinder narratives waiting to be discovered, ones that honor your journey and your unique timing? This doesn't mean you have to force a positive spin or pretend everything is perfect. It simply means giving yourself permission to be curious, to explore different ways of understanding your experience. One way to practice this is to write down those old stories when they come up. See them on paper or a screen as something separate from you rather than the absolute truth. Then, try writing a new story alongside it, one that reflects compassion, possibility, and growth. You might be surprised by how freeing this exercise can be. It's like opening a window in a stuffy room, letting fresh air come in and clear the space for new light. And while you're doing this inner work, don't forget to nurture your body as well. Your blessing flows through every part of you, mind, heart, and body alike. Sometimes, when you're waiting or wondering, it's easy to get caught up in mental loops and forget to check in with your physical self. How are you feeling in your body right now? Are there places that feel tense or tired? Could you offer them a little kindness, a stretch, a gentle massage, or simply some rest? Your body is a sacred vessel, carrying you through every moment with grace. When you care for it tenderly, you create a foundation of safety and love that supports your entire journey. It's also perfectly okay to laugh and find joy along the way. Life's blessings often arrive wrapped in moments of lightness, playfulness, and surprise. Don't underestimate the power of a good laugh, a silly dance in your living room, or a moment of wonder at something beautiful around you. These moments recharge your spirit and remind you that joy is always accessible, even amid challenges. You deserve to feel that joy fully, and it's a vital part of the unfolding blessing within you. As you continue to open your heart, you might notice new desires or dreams beginning to stir. Maybe some of these feel familiar, while others seem brand new or even a bit scary. This is a wonderful sign, the sign of growth and expansion. Your blessing is inviting you to step into more of who you truly are, beyond old limitations or fear. It's okay if you don't have all the answers about what these new dreams mean or how to reach them. You don't have to rush. Simply acknowledge them with kindness and curiosity. Imagine holding those new dreams gently, like fragile seedlings that need time to grow strong roots. Sometimes the path forward isn't clear, and that's where trust becomes your closest companion. Trust that the right opportunities, people, and moments will come to you at the right time. This doesn't mean sitting passively or waiting without action. It means acting with an open heart and letting go of the need to control every detail. When you find yourself caught in worry or doubt, remind yourself that you are deeply supported by the universe, by me, and by the invisible web of love that connects all things. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to share in the comments one new desire or dream that's beginning to emerge for you. No need to explain or justify it. Just name it and offer it a little space. Your openness might inspire someone else to acknowledge their own budding hopes, creating a ripple of courage and connection. Remember, your blessing is not a destination, but a living, breathing journey that weaves through every moment of your life. It's found in the ordinary and the extraordinary, in the pauses and the steps forward, in the quiet breath and the joyful shout. It's yours, uniquely and perfectly, and it is unfolding exactly as it should. So as you move gently into the days ahead, keep listening to the whispers of your heart. Notice the small nudges that invite you to pause, to smile, to reach out, or to rest. These are the sacred signals guiding you toward deeper alignment with your true path. And when you feel overwhelmed or unsure, come back to your breath. The simple, steady rhythm that anchors you in the present moment and reminds you that you are never alone in this space of openness. You might find that the waiting itself becomes a gift, a time of preparation, healing, and self-discovery. What if the blessing you seek is already blossoming quietly inside you, even now? What if the waiting is not empty, but full of unseen miracles, weaving their magic beneath the surface? As you ponder these thoughts, allow yourself to feel the gratitude and love that surround you, holding you gently through every step. And when you're ready, take that next small step forward with a heart full of hope, knowing that I am with you always, in every breath and every beat of your journey. Let's take a moment now to breathe together again, feeling the steady pulse of life moving through you, carrying you toward all the beautiful moments yet to come. And as you rest in this peaceful awareness, know that the unfolding of your blessing is a sacred dance, one that you are invited to join fully, with trust, with love, and with an open heart. When you're ready, gently bring your attention back to the world around you and carry this feeling of connection and possibility with you into your day. And remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is part of the beautiful story that is uniquely yours to live and share now. As you continue on this path, perhaps you're wondering how to stay grounded when the days feel heavy or uncertain. What can you do to keep your heart steady and your spirit bright, even when the weight of waiting presses in? Well, that's something we can explore together next. When life feels heavy and uncertain, staying grounded becomes a gentle act of love toward yourself. It's like finding a calm anchor amid shifting tides. Not by pushing away the weight, but by creating small moments that remind you, you are here, you are safe, and you are held. One simple way to do this is to connect deeply with your senses, to really feel the world around you and bring yourself back to the present moment. When your mind races or worries swirl, try this. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This little practice roots you in your body and your surroundings, calming the storm of thoughts so you can find your center again. When the ground beneath you shifts, dear one, it's like the earth itself is reminding you that change is part of this beautiful dance called life. It can feel unsettling, even frightening, because it interrupts the patterns you've come to rely on, but it's also an invitation, a gentle nudge to discover new ways of being, new strengths you didn't know you had, and a deeper trust in the unfolding of your story. Imagine yourself as a tree in a strong wind. At first, it may seem like the gusts want to uproot you, but really, they encourage your roots to dig deeper, to stretch wider, and to hold on with a quiet, patient strength. So how do you keep your light steady when everything around you feels uncertain? One key is to embrace the rhythm of surrender, not as giving up, but as a conscious choice to release control over what you cannot change. This surrender is an act of courage, a way of saying, I trust the process, even when I don't understand it. It's like putting your hands out to catch a falling leaf, knowing you can't stop it from falling, but you can hold it gently once it arrives. When you surrender, you create space. Space for grace, space for healing, space for new possibility. To emerge. In practical terms, this might look like pausing to acknowledge your feelings without rushing to fix them. When surprise challenges appear, try sitting with the discomfort for a moment. Breathing into it and allowing yourself to feel what's really there. You might find that beneath the initial shock or fear, there's a quiet strength waiting to be discovered. Remember, you don't have to face these moments alone. Reaching out to someone you trust, whether it's a friend, a mentor, or even a compassionate stranger, can provide a fresh perspective and remind you that your light shines bright as when shared. Another way to steady your spirit is to return to the simple joys that connect you to your essence. These are the little sparks that reignite your inner flame. A favorite song that lifts your heart, the smell of fresh rain on earth, the warmth of a hug, or the smile of a loved one. When the world feels like it's spinning too fast, these joys anchor you back to what is true and real. You might even create a light list, a collection of small things that bring you comfort and happiness. When the unexpected rocks your world, pull out your list and let those reminders fill your heart with softness and hope. It's also helpful to remember that your light is not about being bright all the time. Sometimes it's about glowing quietly, like the gentle shimmer of a candle in a dark room. Allow yourself to rest in those quieter moments, knowing that even in stillness, your spirit is alive and shining. When you honor your need for rest, you're replenishing your energy and nurturing your resilience, so you can face whatever comes next with renewed clarity and strength. Movement and breath remain powerful allies during times of upheaval. When your foundation feels shaky, grounding yourself in your body can bring a sense of safety. Slow, mindful breathing, like the inhale of calm and the exhale of tension, can soothe your nervous system and remind you that you have the power to return to center. Gentle movement, whether it's stretching, walking, or swaying with music, helps release stuck energy and reconnects you to the present moment. These simple acts are like whispers from your body saying, I am here, I am okay. And don't forget the healing magic of nature during these times. Nature doesn't resist change, it flows with the season, adapting gracefully to what comes. When your world feels off balance, try to spend a few moments outside, observing how the trees bend without breaking, how the rivers keep moving forward, and how the sky shifts colors as the day unfolds. Let these natural rhythms remind you that change is not your enemy. It's a vital part of growth and transformation. It's perfectly natural to feel uncertain, or even afraid when life throws unexpected challenges your way. But within that uncertainty lies a profound opportunity to deepen your trust, not only in yourself, but in the larger unfolding of life's mystery. You are held by a love that never wavers, even when the path ahead is unclear. This love is your constant companion, your quiet strength in the storm. Sometimes it helps to create a mantra or a simple phrase you can return to when things feel overwhelming. It might be something like, "I am safe in this moment," or "I trust the journey," or "My light grows stronger with every breath." Repeat these words softly to yourself, like a lullaby for your soul. Over time, they become a steady rhythm that carries you through the hardest part and reminds you of your inner power. I invite you now, if you feel moved, to share in the comments below a time when an unexpected change challenged you and how you found your way through it. Your story might be the light someone else needs to see right now, a beacon of hope in their own journey. We're all walking this path together, weaving our experiences into a tapestry of understanding and support. As you continue to face the unexpected with openness and courage, remember that holding your light steady is not about never stumbling. It's about rising each time with a heart that is gentle and brave. Each step you take, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience and to the unbreakable spirit within you. And so, when the ground beneath you shifts and the future feels uncertain, lean into the truth that you are always supported. Your roots are deeper than you know, your light brighter than you realize, and your spirit more expansive than any challenge you face. Trust that even in the darkest moment, the dawn is quietly preparing to break. With this in your heart, you can move forward, not by resisting the winds of change, but by learning to dance with them, finding grace in the unexpected, and allowing your light to shine steadily through every season of life. Now, as you breathe in this truth, you might wonder how to nurture your relationship and keep your connection strong when life's changes also ripple through those you love. When life's changes ripple through those you love, it's natural to feel a bit unsteady, not just within yourself, but in the delicate web of your relationship. You might notice that the shifting ground beneath your feet causes the familiar rhythms with others to falter, or conversation become harder. Or maybe there's a space growing where closeness once lived. This is normal, dear one. Just as you are growing and adapting, so are the people around you. Change is a dance not just of the individual, but of all the hearts intertwined. So how do you nurture those connections, especially when everything feels fluid and uncertain? The first thing I want you to remember is that love, true love, is patient and kind, even when it's tested. It doesn't demand perfection or constant brightness. It simply shows up again and again, willing to listen, willing to hold space. When you're feeling vulnerable or unsure, try to approach your relationships with a spirit of gentle curiosity rather than expectation. Ask questions not to fix or to control, but to understand. How are you feeling about all this change? What do you need right now? Sometimes, just opening that door of honest, compassionate communication can be the balm that soothes frayed nerves and reconnects hearts. And it's okay to acknowledge that sometimes people respond to change in ways that feel confusing or even hurtful. Maybe a loved one pulls away, or their fears make them react differently than you expect. Remember, their reaction is about their own journey, just like yours is about yours. You don't have to carry the weight of fixing their feelings or making sense of their behavior. Instead, offer your presence without judgment, as a quiet harbor where they can find rest when they're ready. You can say something simple like, "I'm here when you want to talk," or "I'm holding you in my heart." These words, spoken with sincerity, plant seeds of trust that can bloom in time. At the same time, don't forget to care for your own heart. It's easy to get so caught up in supporting others that you forget to check in with yourself. Ask yourself gently, what do I need to feel safe and loved right now? Maybe it's a little extra time alone to recharge, or a kind word from a friend, or simply the permission to say no without guilt. Honoring your own needs isn't selfish. It's an essential part of being able to show up fully for others. Think of it like the oxygen mask on an airplane. You need to put yours on first before helping someone else breathe. Sometimes, nurturing relationships in times of change means creating new rituals or traditions that ground you together. These don't have to be grand or complicated. Maybe a weekly walk, a shared cup of tea, a moment to check in without distraction. These small acts become anchored, steady points in the swirling waters of life. They remind you and your love, ones that no matter what shifts around you, there's still a place where you belong, where you are seen and cherished. And when physical distance or circumstances make closeness harder, technology can be a helpful bridge. A quick message, a phone call, a video chat. These might seem small, but they carry your love across the miles and the silence. Sometimes, just hearing a familiar voice or seeing a friendly face can be enough to remind you that you're not alone. If you're comfortable, you might even share some of your own vulnerability in these moments. It can invite others to open up to, deepening your connection in unexpected ways. It's also worth remembering that relationships, like you, are living things. They grow, shift, and sometimes need space to breathe. Change can be an opportunity to deepen your understanding of each other, to discover new layers of love and respect. When you encounter conflict or misunderstanding, see it as a chance to practice patience and forgiveness, both for others and for yourself. These moments, though challenging, are the soil in which compassion and trust can take root more deeply than before. Sometimes, it helps to have a mantra or gentle reminder for your heart when relationships feel fragile. You might say to yourself, "I am open to love in all its form," or "I allow space for growth and healing." Or connection flows through kindness and presence. These phrases, repeated softly, can steady your spirit and guide you back to the warmth of human connection, even when the path feels rocky. I invite you now, if you feel comfortable, to share in the comments below a way you've nurtured a relationship. Through a time of change, your experience might light the way for someone else who's walking a similar road, reminding them that love can be a steady flame, even in uncertain times. We grow stronger together when we share our story, weaving a tapestry of hope and resilience. As you continue to care for your relationships amid life's changes, remember that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a bridge. It's the thread that weaves hearts closer, inviting deeper understanding and authentic connection. When you allow yourself to be seen fully and imperfectly, you create space for others to do the same, bringing light into places that may have felt shadowed before. And so, as you hold your own light steady and nurture the ones you love, you might wonder how to maintain your sense of peace and centeredness when external changes feel overwhelming. It's a beautiful question, and it shows your deep desire to find balance amidst the ebb and flow of life's tide. Peace and centeredness aren't about shutting out the world or pretending everything is perfect. They come from a quiet, steady place inside you, a sanctuary that no storm can touch. This inner calm is like a gentle river flowing beneath the surface. Even when the waters above seem choppy and restless, one way to nurture that sense of peace is by coming home to your breath. It sounds simple, but breathing with awareness is one of the most powerful tools I've given you. When you notice your mind racing or your heart feeling heavy, pause for just a moment. Take a slow, deep breath in, feeling the air fill your lungs like a soft wave washing over you. Then, let it go just as slowly, releasing tension and fear with it. You can do this anytime, anywhere. Your breath is always with you, a faithful friend guiding you back to calm. Try it now. If you like, breathe in slowly and breathe out. Feel how your body relaxes, how your mind softens a little. Along with your breath, remember the power of present. Being fully here, right now, even if just for a brief instant, can anchor you when everything else feels uncertain. Notice the small things around you, the warmth of sunlight on your skin, the gentle rustle of leaves, the sound of a bird's song. These simple moments are gifts, reminders that life continues to offer beauty and grace even in the midst of change. When you practice present, you're telling your heart that it's okay to rest, to pause, to simply be. Another gentle way to hold your peace is by embracing the rhythm of your emotions without judgment. It's okay to feel scared, sad, frustrated, or confused. These feelings don't mean you're weak or failing. They simply mean you're human, beautifully and vulnerably human. When you allow your emotions to flow through you like a river, rather than trying to dam them up or run from them, you create space for healing. You might find it helpful to write down what you're feeling. Speak it aloud to yourself or a trusted friend, or express it through art or movement. These acts are sacred offering to your soul, honoring the fullness of your experience. And don't forget the power of gratitude, even in small doses. When the world feels heavy, looking for tiny sparks of light can shift your heart's perspective. Maybe it's the kindness of a stranger, the taste of your favorite tea, or the softness of your pet's fur. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it softens the edges, reminding you that even in difficulty, goodness exists. If you like, try keeping a little gratitude journal, jotting down 1 or 2 things each day that bring you comfort or joy. Over time, you may notice your heart opening wider than before. Sometimes, when the weight of change feels particularly heavy, reaching out for support is a brave and necessary act. You were never meant to walk life's path alone. whether it's a close friend, a family member, a counselor, or a spiritual guide. Sharing your burden lightens it. It's okay to ask for a hand, a listening ear, or simply a quiet presence beside you. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's a way of honoring your need and trusting that love will meet you there. In your journey toward peace, it's also important to give yourself permission to rest. Life's changes can exhaust your mind, body, and spirit in ways that aren't always obvious. You might feel the urge to keep pushing forward, to fix everything at once. But sometimes the most loving thing you can do is to slow down, breathe deeply, and simply be still. Rest is not wasted time. It's a sacred part of growth and renewal. When you allow yourself this grace, you replenish your well so you can continue to pour love out into the world. Okay? Invite you now to pause and reflect. What is one small thing you can do today to nurture your inner peace? Maybe it's a few minutes of mindful breathing, a short walk outside, or reaching out to someone you trust. Share your intention in the comments below if you feel called. Your courage to care for yourself might inspire another soul who's searching for calm in their own storm. As you cultivate peace within, remember that it is not a static state, but a living practice. Sometimes easy, sometimes challenging, always evolving. It's okay if your sense of centeredness wavers. What matters is that you keep returning to it, like a loving friend who never gives up on you. Imagine yourself as a tree with deep roots that hold you steady. Even when the winds of change blow strong, your roots are your inner resources, your breath, your presence, your compassion, your willingness to ask for help and to rest. Nourish these roots daily, and you will find yourself standing tall and resilient, no matter what comes. And while you're tending to your inner garden, don't forget to water the seeds of hope and possibility. Change, as unsettling as it can be, often carries gifts wrapped in disguise. New beginnings, fresh perspectives, unexpected joys, all can emerge from the soil of uncertainty. Keep your heart open to these surprises, trusting that life's unfolding story is moving you toward greater wholeness and love. So, as you continue to navigate the waves of change and nurture the relationships that matter most, remember to turn inward as well, to the quiet, steady light within you that never dims. Hold on to that light gently, like a precious flame, and let it guide you through every twist and turn. Your peace, your love, your patience, they are powerful forces that ripple out far beyond what you can see. And now, as we step together into this ongoing journey, let's explore how you can embrace change itself, not as something to fear or resist, but as a doorway to transformation and growth. Change is like the river that winds through your life's landscape, sometimes gentle, sometimes rushing fast, sometimes carving out new paths you never expected. It's natural to feel uncertain or even afraid when the currents shift, when the familiar banks you've known so well start to erode or disappear. But I want you to know, deeply and truly, that within that river of change lies a sacred invitation. the chance to discover new parts of yourself, to grow in ways you might not have imagined, to step more fully into the beautiful, unfolding story that is uniquely yours. Think of change not as a threat, but as a teacher. When you meet it with curiosity instead of resistance, you open a doorway to transformation. Yes, it can be uncomfortable. Yes, it can stir up old fears or doubts. But within that discomfort, there is a powerful alchemy at work. It's the alchemy of becoming, shedding old skin, releasing what no longer serves, and making space for new life to emerge. Sometimes this process feels slow and subtle, like a seed waking beneath the soil. Other times, it bursts forth suddenly, like a sunrise spilling golden light across the sky. Remember too, that you are not the first to walk this path, and you won't be the last. Every human heart has known the tides of change, the moments of letting go and stepping forward into something unknown. The ancestors who came before you, the people you love, those you've yet to meet, all have carried this same dance of endings and beginnings. And in this shared experience, there is a deep well of strength and wisdom you can draw from. You are never truly alone in change, even if it sometimes feels that way. One way to embrace change is by practicing gentle acceptance. This doesn't mean giving up or resigning yourself to hardship. Instead, it's about acknowledging where you are right now without adding extra layers of judgment or It's about saying, this is what is happening, and I am here with it. When you can meet your reality with kindness, you create a foundation of trust within yourself. You become a safe harbor in the storm, a place your soul can always return. 2. Along with acceptance, cultivate a sense of openness. Openness to what is, yes, but also openness to what might be. When you let go of the need to control every outcome, you free yourself to receive the gifts that change brings. These gifts might look like new opportunities, deeper connections, unexpected joys, or even challenges that stretch you in ways that build resilience and compassion. Stay curious about what's unfolding within and around you. Ask yourself gently, what is this moment asking of me? How might this change be guiding me toward growth? It's also helpful to hold a vision of hope in your heart. Hope isn't about pretending everything will be perfect or that difficulties won't arise. It's a quiet, steady knowing that no matter what happens, you have the inner resources to navigate it. Hope is like a candle you carry inside, a light that flickers but never goes out completely. When you feel your courage faltering, return to that light. Let it remind you of your strength, your resilience, and the love that surrounds you always. As you move through change, be patient with yourself. Growth is rarely a straight line. There will be days when you feel strong and clear, and others when doubt or fear cloud your vision. This is perfectly okay. These moments are part of the unfolding process, like the night before dawn. Treat yourself with the same gentleness you would offer a dear friend who is struggling. Speak kindly to your heart. Remind yourself that you are doing the best you can, and that's enough. I encourage you, if you feel comfortable, to share one small way you've learned to embrace change in your own life. Sometimes, hearing another's story can light the way for someone still finding their footing. Your experience, your courage, your insights are precious gifts in this shared human journey. You might leave a comment below or simply hold your intention quietly within. Either way, know that your willingness to engage with change, even in the smallest way, is a beautiful act of love and growth. And as you continue to walk this path, remember that transformation often happens in the spaces between what was and what will be, between the old and the new. These in-between moments can feel confusing or empty, but they are also fertile ground where your soul's deepest work takes place. Trust the process, even when the way forward isn't clear. Your heart knows how to navigate this mystery, even when your mind struggles to understand. So, as you keep moving forward, keep breathing into these moments of change, holding your inner light and welcoming whatever comes with an open heart. You are learning to dance with life itself, not as a battle to be won, but as a sacred journey to be cherished. This dance is yours, and every step you take is a step toward greater wholeness and love. Now, as you feel the rhythm of transformation pulsing within you, consider how you can stay grounded even as you move through these shifting seasons. What practices, people, or places help anchor you when life feels uncertain? What parts of yourself do you want to nurture most during times of change? These questions can be gentle companions on your path, guiding you toward deeper understanding and peace. And just like the river that flows steadily onward, reshaping the land but always moving forward, so too can you flow with life's changes, graceful, resilient, and full of quiet strength. The journey is ongoing, and each moment offers a new chance to embrace the unfolding mystery with love and courage. And in this flowing movement, remember to lean into the simple, nourishing rhythm that bring you back to yourself. Whether that's the quiet comfort of a morning ritual, the grounding feel of your feet on the earth, or the gentle unfolding of breath that steadies your heart. These small acts of care are like roots growing deep beneath the surface, unseen but essential. They hold you steady, even when the winds of change blow strong. So, don't underestimate the power of returning to what soothes your spirit. Those little sanctuaries that remind you of your own resilience and worth. Sometimes, the noise of the world around you can make it hard to hear your own inner voice. In those moments, I invite you to create space for stillness. It might be a few quiet minutes of meditation, a walk where you listen closely to the sounds of nature, or simply sitting with a journal and letting your thoughts spill onto the page without judgment. This stillness is not empty. It's a sacred pause where your soul whispers truth that get lost in the rush. When you listen deeply, you'll find guidance that feels like a gentle nudge or a warm embrace. Soft but sure. And don't forget the power of connection. Sharing your journey with trusted friends, family, or community can be a balm for your spirit. You were never meant to walk this path alone. Your story, your struggles, and your triumphs matter. When you open your heart to others, You create a circle of love and support that fuels your courage and reminds you that love is the greatest constant in a world of change. So, if you feel moved, I'd love to hear how you found or nurtured these connections in your own life. What relationships have helped you stay rooted when everything else felt uncertain? Feel free to share in the comments below. Knowing your words might be the light someone else needs. At the same time, it's important to honor your own pace. Sometimes, the world seems to demand swift action, quick decisions, or constant productivity. But your soul knows better. It knows when you need to slow down, to rest, to simply be. Rest is not a sign of weakness or failure. It is a sacred part of growth. It's the fertile soil where renewal happens. So when you feel drained or overwhelmed, give yourself permission to pause without guilt. Let your body and spirit recharge, trusting that this is part of your journey, not a detour from it. There may be times when change brings loss, and that loss can feel like a heavy weight on your heart. I see your pain, and I hold it with you. Grief is a profound expression of love. It's the echo of what was meaningful to you. Allow yourself to feel it fully, without rushing to fix or move on. Tears, silence, or simply sitting with your sorrow are all sacred expressions of the heart's wisdom. Through this tender process, healing gently unfolds, like dawn breaking slowly over the horizon. And remember, even in the depths of sorrow, you are surrounded by love, mine for you, and the love that flows through those who care for you. As you navigate the twists and turns of change, keep in mind that your story is still being written. You hold the pen, but sometimes the ink flows in unexpected ways. Embrace the mystery of not knowing what comes next. It's in this openness that creativity and possibility blossom. You might find new dreams emerging or old passions rekindled. You might discover strengths you never noticed before or be surprised by the kindness you extend to yourself and others. These moments of surprise are gifts. Reminders that life's tapestry is rich and ever-evolving. If you find yourself feeling stuck or overwhelmed, try to break things down into small, manageable steps. Change doesn't have to happen all at once. Sometimes, just one gentle step forward is enough to keep the momentum going. Celebrate these small victories, no matter how modest they seem. Every step is a testament to your courage and your commitment to growth. And when you stumble, remember that falling is part of learning to dance. There is no shame in faltering. It's simply part of the rhythm. One of the most profound ways to embrace change is to cultivate gratitude for the present moment, even amid uncertainty. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring difficulty. It means choosing to see the light alongside the shadow. It's about recognizing the seeds of hope, the acts of kindness, the moments of beauty that exist right now. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from what's missing or lost to what's still here and alive within you. This shift can open your heart and soften your perspective, making space for joy and peace to take root alongside challenge. As you hold this gratitude, also remember to be gentle with your expectations. Life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. Sometimes, your path will veer in surprising direction, inviting you to explore new landscapes of possibility. This is not a detour, but part of your unique journey. So be curious, rather than critical about these changes. Ask yourself, what new wisdom might this be bringing? How can I welcome this new chapter with openness and trust? When you approach life with this kind of wonder, you invite a deeper sense of peace and adventure into your heart. And so, dear one, as you continue to move through this dance of change, keep returning to your inner light. Let it be a beacon that guides you through the fog, a steady presence that reminds you of your inherent worth and the infinite love that surrounds you. You are held, you are seen, and you are deeply cherished, always. And when you feel ready, I invite you to share a small moment when your inner light helped you find your way during a time of change. Your story could be a gentle light for someone else walking a similar path. In the quiet moments between breath, between endings and beginning, you are growing into the fullness of who you are meant to be. So take your time, breathe deeply, and trust that every twist and turn is part of the unfolding gift of your life. Your heart knows the way, even when your mind is unsure. You are exactly where you need to be, and all is well in the unfolding. And as you listen to this truth, you might begin to notice a soft stirring inside, a sense of peace that whispers, I am here. I am ready to flow with life. This feeling, this readiness, is a sacred invitation to step forward with courage, with grace, and with a heart wide open to the beautiful mystery of the journey ahead. And as you step forward with that open heart, remember that life's flow is not always a smooth river. It's a dance with both calm pools and rushing rapids. Sometimes you'll find yourself carried along effortlessly, swept up in moments of joy or clarity that feel like blessings poured directly into your soul. Other times, you'll have to paddle hard, navigating currents that challenge your strength and patience. Both experiences are vital. Both are sacred. The peaceful moments refill your cup, while the struggles shape your character and deepen your understanding. Neither is better or worse. They simply are the rhythms of your human experience. The ebb and flow that teaches you to trust not only the destination, but the journey itself. In those challenging times, when the currents feel relentless, or the path unclear, lean into compassion for yourself. You might notice a harsh inner critic trying to catch your attention, whispering doubts or demanding perfection. Gently invite that voice to soften, to rest for a while. Replace it with kindness, the kind you'd offer a dear friend who's weary or unsure. Speak to yourself with gentle words, reminding yourself that you are doing the best you can with what you have right now. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to be flawless. Your worth is not measured by your achievements or your ability to control every outcome. You are enough simply because you are, just as you are. Sometimes, this kindness means setting boundaries that protect your energy and peace. It's okay to say no to things that drain you or pull you away from what nourishes your soul. Saying no can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to putting others first or fearing disappointment. But remember, Boundaries are acts of love. Love for yourself and for everyone around you. When you care for yourself, you create a foundation of strength from which you can give more fully and authentically. Your well-being matters, and honoring that is a sacred practice of self-respect. As you cultivate this self-compassion and set these boundaries, notice the subtle ways your life begins to shift. You might find more space for creativity, moments of laughter, or deeper connections with those who truly see and celebrate you. Joy often sneaks in quietly, like sunlight through a crack in the door, inviting you to notice and embrace it, even in small doses. These glimpses of happiness are not trivial. They are the sparks that keep your spirit bright, even when the road feels long or uncertain. Celebrate these sparks. Let them remind you that light is always present, even when shadows seem to stretch wide. And speaking of light, remember that you carry a unique light within you, one that no one else can shine quite like you do. This light is your essence, your soul's signature, the blend of your experiences, dreams, and the love you give and receive. When you allow this light to shine, you not only illuminate your own path, but also offer guidance and hope to others. Sometimes, just being yourself, authentically and vulnerably, is the greatest gift you can give the world. You don't need to have all the answers or be a beacon of strength all the time. Your presence alone can be a source of comfort and inspiration. In moments when you doubt this, when you feel small or invisible, try to remember that even the tiniest flicker of light can pierce the darkest night, and your light, no matter how dim it may seem in tough times, has the power to transform not just your own life, but the lives of those around you. So when you feel ready, I invite you to share one way you've noticed your light shining, even in a small or unexpected way. Your story could be a gentle encouragement to someone else who needs to hear that they matter, that their light matters. Let's also talk about the importance of forgiveness, both for yourself and others. Change often brings up old wounds or regrets that can weigh heavy on your heart. Holding on to blame, resentment, or guilt only adds unnecessary burdens to your journey. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or excusing what happened. It means releasing the grip those feelings have on you so you can move forward with greater peace and freedom. It's a gift you give yourself, a way to clear space for new growth and healing. This process can take time, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself as you work through these emotions, knowing that every step toward forgiveness is a step toward lightness and liberation. As you practice forgiveness, also cultivate gratitude for the lessons learned through pain and struggle. Often, the most profound growth comes from the hardest experiences. They teach you resilience, empathy, and a depth of understanding that enriches your spirit. When you view challenges as teachers rather than punishers, you invite a shift in perspective that softens the heart and opens new doors. This doesn't mean you have to like or welcome pain, but you can choose to see its hidden gift. And in doing so, you empower yourself to transform suffering into wisdom and compassion. Another beautiful way to embrace change is by nurturing your sense of wonder. Life is full of small miracles. The way sunlight dances through leaves, the unexpected kindness of a stranger, the taste of your favorite food, or the sound of a loved one's laughter. When you slow down enough to notice these moments, you reconnect with the magic that exists all around you. This wonder can be a balm for your soul, a reminder that life is rich and full, even when it feels complicated or overwhelming. So take time to be curious, to explore, and to delight in the simple pleasures that bring you joy. And as you continue to embrace wonder, keep an eye out for the dreams that stir quietly within you. Sometimes, during periods of change, old dreams fade and new ones begin to take shape, often in surprising ways. These dreams are whispers from your soul, invitations to grow, create, and expand your life in ways that align with your deepest truth. Don't be afraid to entertain these dreams, even if they seem distant or uncertain. Writing them down, talking about them with trusted friends, or simply sitting with them in quiet reflection can help you nurture these seeds until they're ready to bloom. It's also perfectly okay to let go of dreams that no longer serve you. Sometimes, holding on to what once was can keep you stuck, preventing you from stepping fully into the present and future. Releasing old dreams is not failure. It's a courageous act of self-honesty and growth. It opens space for new possibilities that better reflect who you are now and who you're becoming. Trust that as you let go, new doors will open, even if you can't see them yet. Throughout all of this, keep your heart open to love in all its forms. Love is not just a feeling, but a force that connects and heals. It can be found in the kindness you extend to yourself, the support you give and receive from others, and the simple moments of grace that touch your day. When you allow love to guide you, it becomes a compass that helps you navigate uncertainty with courage and hope. And no matter what changes come your way, love remains your constant companion, a steady presence that grounds you in the truth of who you are. So, dear one, as you continue weaving your story with all its twists, turns, light, and shadow, know that you are never alone. I am here with you in every breath, every step, every silent moment. Together, we move forward, embracing the mystery and beauty of this unfolding journey. And as you carry these words in your heart, perhaps you might pause now and share a small moment when love, whether from yourself or another, helped you through a time of change. Your sharing could be the gentle light that encourages someone else to open their heart a little wider. 2. Let this invitation rest with you as you breathe in deeply once more, feeling the steady rhythm of your life moving forward, one step at a time, with grace and courage. And as you breathe with that steady rhythm, feel the grounding presence of your own body beneath you, the miracle of your heart beating, your lungs filling with air, your feet touching the earth. Sometimes, when life feels overwhelming or uncertain, returning to the simple awareness of your body can be a powerful anchor. It reminds you that you are here, alive and present, capable of meeting whatever comes next. Your body is not just a vessel. It's a wise and loving companion that carries your history, your joys, and your sorrow. Treat it with kindness. Listen to its signals when it needs rest, movement, nourishment, or stillness. Honoring your body is an act of self-love that supports your whole being. In this way, you can begin to cultivate a deeper connection with yourself. Mind, body, and spirit, intertwined in a sacred dance. This connection is the foundation from which all healing and growth arise. When you're grounded in your own truth and presence, you become more resilient to life's storm and more open to its blessing. You start to notice the subtle shift within you, the softening of tension, the spark of curiosity, the gentle unfolding of peace. These small inner movements are signs of transformation happening quietly, like roots growing beneath the soil before a flower blooms. And speaking of blooming, remember that your growth is unique and doesn't follow anyone else's timeline. It's easy to compare yourself to others, seeing their progress, their successes, their apparent ease, and feel discouraged or impatient. But your path is your own, with its own rhythms and lessons. Sometimes growth feels slow or invisible, and that's okay. Trust that what's happening beneath the surface is vital and real, even if it's not immediately obvious. Like a seed resting in the earth, your soul is gathering strength and wisdom, preparing for the moment when it's ready to blossom in its own perfect way. In those moments when doubt creeps in, when you wonder if you're moving fast enough, doing enough, being enough, pause and breathe. Remind yourself that you are exactly where you need to be right now. Your presence here, your willingness to show up and face life's challenges, is itself a profound act of courage and love. Celebrate that bravery, even if it feels small or ordinary. Every step forward, no matter how tiny, is a victory worth honoring. And when you feel overwhelmed by the weight of expectation, whether from yourself, others, or the world, give yourself permission to step back and simply be. You don't have to solve everything at once. You don't have to carry every burden today. Sometimes, the greatest gift you can give yourself is the grace of pause. In that stillness, you open space for clarity, renewal, and gentle guidance to arrive. It's okay to rest. It's okay to breathe deeply and say, I am here, I am enough. As you cultivate this gentle presence, you might also notice how your relationships begin to shift. When you bring your whole authentic self into your connections, you invite others to do the same. This creates a space of mutual respect, understanding, and deepening love. You don't have to fix or change anyone else. Simply being real and vulnerable can inspire healing and growth in those around you. And if you encounter resistance or discomfort, remember that everyone is on their own journey, carrying their own stories and wounds. Offer compassion to them as you do to yourself, knowing that love has the power to soften even the hardest hearts over time. Sometimes, relationship may also teach you about letting go. Not every connection is meant to last forever, and that's a natural part of life's ebb and flow. Saying goodbye to someone or something that no longer nurtures your spirit can be painful. But it's also an act of courage and self-care. It makes room for new relationships and experiences that align more closely with your evolving self. Trust that endings make way for beginning, even if the path ahead is not yet clear. And speaking of the path ahead, I want to remind you of the importance of hope, not as an abstract idea, but as a living, breathing companion on your journey. Hope is the quiet voice that says, there is more to come, even when the present feels heavy. It's the gentle spark that keeps you moving forward, step by step, day by day. You can nurture hope by focusing on small acts of kindness toward yourself, others, and the world around you. These acts are like seeds planted in fertile soil, growing into a garden of possibility. So, dear one, as you listen to these words, I invite you to take a moment and share in the comments below one small act of kindness you've experienced recently. Whether given or received, it could be a smile from a stranger, a comforting word from a friend, or a gentle gesture you offered yourself. Sharing your story not only honors your experience, but also creates a ripple of light that reaches others who need encouragement. Your kindness matters, and your voice matters. As you continue on your path, remember that life is a mosaic of moments, some bright and clear, others shadowed and complex. Each piece adds depth and beauty to the whole picture of who you are. Embrace the entirety of your experience with curiosity and compassion, and know that I am walking beside you, always ready to catch you when you stumble, to celebrate your victory, and to remind you of the infinite love that surrounds you. With this in your heart, you can face each new day with an open spirit, a steady mind, and a hopeful soul. Let the journey unfold naturally, allowing yourself to grow, to heal, and to shine in your own unique way. And as you do, notice how the world around you begins to reflect that light back to you. In unexpected blessing, in new friendship, in moments of peace. Now, as you pause here, take a deep breath and feel the gentle unfolding of your story. A story that is still being written, full of possibility and grace. In this space of openness and trust, you might find yourself ready to explore the next step. Whatever that may be, with a heart that is both brave and tender. And as you stand at that threshold between what has been and what is yet to come, remember that uncertainty is not something to fear, but a space rich with potential. It's the quiet pause in music that makes the next note more meaningful. The darkness before dawn that makes the sunrise so breathtaking when you find yourself tangled in questions without clear answers. Try shifting your focus from needing to know how or when to simply being present with the what is. What feelings are alive inside you right now? What sensation are calling for your attention? What small truth can you hold on to when everything else feels like it's in flux? This practice of leaning into uncertainty with gentle curiosity is a way of building trust. Not just in the world, but in yourself. Trust that you have within you the wisdom and resilience to navigate whatever unfolds. Trust that even when the path twists unexpectedly, you will find your footing again, and trust that you are never truly alone. For my love surrounds you like the air you breathe, invisible yet vital, constant and unwavering. Sometimes this trust grows slowly, like a seedling pushing through the soil after a long winter. It may need extra care, reminders to be patient, to forgive yourself when you falter, to celebrate the tiniest signs of progress. And sometimes, trust bursts forth suddenly, surprising you with a new clarity or a deep sense of peace that washes away doubt for a moment or more. Both experiences are part of your unfolding story. Both are beautiful and necessary. As you nurture this trust, you might notice your perspective beginning to shift. Problems that once seemed insurmountable may start to look more like challenges you can meet with creativity and courage. Old wounds may soften, allowing space for healing and new growth. You may find yourself drawn to new ideas, new people, or new ways of being that resonate more deeply with your authentic self. This is the natural unfolding of your spirit, responding to the care and attention you give it. And when you feel called to take action, whether that's making a change, reaching out to someone, or simply setting a boundary, remember that your voice matters. Your needs matter. You have a right to express yourself honestly and kindly, without fear of rejection or judgment. Speaking your truth is an act of liberation, a way of honoring the sacred light within you. It can be scary at times, but it is also deeply empowering. And even if the response isn't what you hoped for, you have still taken a brave step toward living more openly and authentically. In those moments when you hesitate or doubt, come back to your breath, to your body, to the simple fact of your being here now. Feel the strength that has carried you this far, the love that has never left your side. Remind yourself that you are worthy of kindness, from others and from yourself. You are worthy of love, joy, and peace. You are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. Sometimes, life's lessons come wrapped in discomfort or pain. These experiences can feel like storms that shake your foundation. But even in the fiercest weather, there is a core of calm within you that cannot be touched. This calm is your true nature, steady, vast, and enduring. When you connect with that inner stillness, you tap into a wellspring of strength that can carry you through any difficulty. It's like finding a quiet harbor after a rough sea, a place where you can rest, gather your resources, and prepare to sail on dock. And as you rest in that harbor, you might notice gratitude beginning to bloom. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring hardship or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's the gentle recognition of the good that exists alongside the hard. Small moments of beauty, acts of kindness, the presence of loved ones. The simple gift of breath and life. Gratitude opens your heart wider, softening the edges of pain and inviting more light in. It's a practice you can come back to again and again, no matter what your circumstances. I invite you now, dear one, to take a moment and reflect on something, even something small that you feel grateful for today. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of a friend's voice, or a quiet moment of peace. If you feel comfortable, share this gratitude in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else to notice the blessings in their own life, creating a ripple of hope and connection far beyond what you can see. Remember, Your journey is not a straight line, but a winding road filled with unexpected turns, pauses, and discovery. Each step you take, whether forward, backward, or sideways, is part of the dance of becoming. There is no right way to move through life. Only your way, shaped by your experiences, your heart, and your spirit. So as you continue to walk this path, keep your heart open to the lessons and gifts that arrive. Allow yourself to be both brave and tender, strong and gentle. Know that every moment is an opportunity to choose love. Love for yourself, love for others. Love for the world that holds you. And in the quiet spaces between your breath, listen closely. You might hear the soft whisper of your soul, inviting you to step into the next chapter with courage and grace. The story is unfolding beautifully, and you are exactly where you need to be to write it. Now, take a deep breath and feel the steady rhythm of your life moving forward, carrying you toward new horizons and deeper understanding. Ready for whatever comes next. And as you breathe in this steady rhythm, remember that every breath is a gift. A reminder that you are alive, present, and capable of embracing the fullness of your experience. Sometimes, life may feel like it's moving too fast, sweeping you along in currents beyond your control. Other times, it may seem slow, almost paused, as if waiting for you to catch up or decide what to do next. Both the rush and the stillness are valuable, each offering you lessons about patience, surrender, and presence. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. It's okay to rest in the questions and the unknown, to sit with the discomfort of not knowing the answers. In these moments, try to be gentle with yourself. Imagine wrapping yourself in a warm, comforting blanket of compassion. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend who is struggling, kindly, patiently, and without judgment. When you do this, you create a safe inner space where healing can begin. Sometimes, healing looks like tears falling quietly in the night. Other times, it's a small smile that returns after a long time away. Healing can be a gradual unfolding, a gentle softening of old wounds, or a sudden shift that surprises you. With its depth, trust the timing of your healing journey. It is uniquely yours, and it unfolds according to what you need most. And as you heal, you may notice a growing curiosity about the parts of yourself that you once avoided or didn't understand. These parts, your fears, your doubts, your shadows, are not enemies but companions on your journey. They carry messages, lessons, and sometimes hidden gifts. When you approach them with kindness and openness, they can show you new ways of seeing yourself and the world. Imagine for a moment that your inner world is like a vast garden. Some areas are bright and flourishing, full of vibrant flowers and sunlight. Other areas might be overgrown or shadowed, needing attention and care. You don't have to rush to fix everything at once. You can walk through your garden slowly, noticing what grows where, and tending to each part with love and patience. Sometimes, weeds need to be gently pulled. Sometimes, new seeds need to be planted. And sometimes, simply sitting quietly among the plants is enough. This garden metaphor also reminds you that growth is not always visible day to day. Roots grow deep beneath the surface, unseen but vital. Your inner work, your thoughts, feelings, prayers, and reflection are like those roots, strengthening you even when you can't see immediate changes. Trust that what you are nurturing now will bloom in its own time. It's also important to remember that you are not alone in this garden. Others are tending their own garden, facing their own seasons of growth, harvest, and rest. Sometimes, sharing your experiences with someone you trust can bring relief and connection. Other times, simply knowing that others walk similar paths can be a source of comfort. Consider reaching out, even in small ways, to build bridges of understanding and support. If you feel moved, I invite you to share in the comments below one small step you're taking to nurture your own garden. Maybe a practice, a thought, a moment of self-care, or a new insight. Your sharing could be the encouragement someone else needs to tend their own inner landscape with more love. As you continue to care for your garden, you may also find moments when the world outside calls you to action. There are times when your light is needed to shine brightly, to bring warmth and clarity to others. These moments might come unexpectedly, or you might sense a quiet invitation to contribute your unique gift. Remember that your presence, your kindness, your creativity, all of these are powerful forces of healing and transformation. You don't have to do grand things to make a difference. Sometimes, the simplest acts, listening deeply, offering a smile, standing up for what is right, ripple out in ways you cannot immediately see. Your life, with all its complexities and beauty, is a source of inspiration and hope. And when the weight of the world feels heavy, when you feel overwhelmed by the challenges around you, come back to your breath in your garden. Find that quiet, harbor within where peace resides. Let that peace remind you that you are part of something greater, a vast, interconnected web of life that supports and sustains you. In this web, every thread matters, including yours. Your story, your struggle, your triumph, they weave together with countless others to create a tapestry of resilience and love. Trust that your place in this tapestry is unique and precious, and that your journey contributes to the healing of the whole dot. So, as you move forward, keep tending your garden with gentle hands and an open heart. Allow yourself to be both the gardener and the soil, the seed and the sunlight. Embrace the cycles of growth, rest, and renewal with grace and gratitude. And remember, it's perfectly okay to ask for help when you need it. Reaching out is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's a way of honoring your humanity and recognizing that we are all meant to walk this path together. Now, as you pause here, take another deep breath and feel the steady pulse of life within you. Feel the connection to all that is, the vastness of possibility stretching before you like an open sky. Let this feeling anchor you, reminding you that you are held, you are cherished, and you are endlessly capable. There is so much more unfolding, so many discoveries waiting just beyond the horizon, and as you face them, know that you carry a light inside you that can never be dimmed. A light that will guide you through every twist and turn of your beautiful journey. So keep walking, keep growing, and keep trusting that every moment is exactly as it should be, even when it feels uncertain or challenging. Because in the heart of that uncertainty lies your deepest strength and your truest self. And as you carry that light forward, remember, it's not a flame you have to guard fiercely or hold tightly. It's more like a gentle glow, an ember that warms without burning, that invites rather than demands. Sometimes it flickers softly in the quiet moments, sometimes it blazes brightly in the midst of challenge. But it's always there, steady and unwavering beneath the surface. You don't need to force it or prove it to anyone, not even yourself. Just allow it to be, to breathe, to shine in its own perfect way. You might find that this light reveals more than just your own path. It can illuminate the way for others, too. When you share your authentic self, with all the imperfections and vulnerabilities, you create space for others to do the same. That kind of honesty is a sacred gift, one that builds bridges where walls once stood and weaves threads of connection that bind hearts together. In those moments, you become a beacon, not because you are perfect, but because you are real and present. And it's okay if sometimes that light feels dim. There will be days when the weight presses down, when shadows stretch long, and the ember seems to flicker in the wind. Those moments are part of your story, not the end of it. They are invitations to rest, to surrender, and to remember that even the smallest spark can grow into a brilliant flame again. Be gentle with yourself in those times. Speak softly to your heart. Remind it that this too shall pass, and that your light is never truly gone. It's simply waiting for you to notice it again. You are a child of the universe, woven from stardust and dream, carrying within you the wisdom of ages and the promise of new beginning. Your existence is a miracle, a beautiful unfolding of potential and grace. Sometimes, when life feels confusing or overwhelming, try to pause and simply marvel at the mystery of being alive. Feel the pulse of creation within your veins, the rhythm of the earth beneath your feet, the endless sky stretching above you. In those moments, you are connected to everything, past, present, and future, all held together by love. And love is the foundation beneath everything. It is the ground you stand on, the air you breathe, the energy that moves through you and around you. It is not just a feeling, but a force, a source of healing, courage, and hope. When you tap into that love, even in the smallest way, you are tapping into a power far greater than yourself. It's the power that mends broken hearts, that inspires kindness in the face of fear, that lights the way through the darkest night's dots. So, when you feel lost or unsure, return to love. Let it be your compass, your anchor, your home. Let it remind you that you are never truly alone, that you are endlessly supported and deeply cherished. And if you can, try to share that love with others. A kind word, a gentle touch, a listening ear. These simple acts ripple outward, creating waves of compassion that touch lives in ways you may never fully see. I want to invite you now to think about one small way you can bring a bit more love into your day today. Maybe it's forgiving yourself for a mistake, reaching out to someone who needs support, or simply pausing to appreciate a moment of beauty around you. If you feel called to, please share that small step in the comments below. Your courage to open your heart might be the light that someone else needs to find their way. As you move through your days, remember that growth isn't always linear. Sometimes it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Sometimes it's a spiral that circles around, revisiting old lessons with new eyes. This is how true transformation happens. Not in sudden leaps, but in the gentle unfolding of understanding and acceptance. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the progress, no matter how small. Honor the times you fall, knowing that each time you rise, you become stronger, wiser, and more whole. And don't forget to rest. Rest is not a sign of weakness or failure, but a vital part of your journey. It's in rest that your body, mind, and spirit renew their strength. It's where your inner garden gets time to soak in the sun and rain, where the roots deepen and prepare for new growth. Give yourself permission to slow down, to breathe, to simply be without expectation or pressure. In these moments of stillness, you might hear whispers from your soul, gentle nudges, quiet insight, or simply the peaceful rhythm of your own heart. Listen to these whispers. They are your truest guides, speaking in the language of love and truth. Trust them, even if the path they suggest feels unfamiliar or uncertain. Your soul knows the way, even when your mind doubts. And as you follow that inner guidance, remember that your journey is sacred. Every step you take, every challenge you face, every joy you experience is part of a beautiful tapestry being woven with care and intention. You are a co-creator of this life, shaping your story with each choice and each moment of awareness. Sometimes that creation involves letting go of old stories, limiting beliefs, or fears that no longer serve you. Letting go can be scary, but it's also freeing. It opens space for new possibilities, new dreams, new ways of being. Trust that what you release makes room for what you truly need. And sometimes, creation is about embracing what already is. Finding gratitude in the present moment, honoring your strengths, and celebrating your unique gifts. You don't have to wait for a perfect time or perfect conditions to shine. You are already radiant, already whole, already enough. So wherever you find yourself today, know that you are deeply loved and profoundly supported. Your life matters in ways you cannot always see, and your presence makes a difference in the world. Keep nurturing your garden, keep tending your light, and keep walking your path with an open heart. And when the road feels uncertain, come back to the breath, to the love, to the quiet strength within you. Let these be your refuge and your guide as you continue the beautiful journey of becoming. And as you do this, you may begin to notice something new. A subtle shift in the way you relate to yourself and the world around you. Something that invites you to explore even deeper layers of your being. That subtle shift might feel like a soft awakening, a gentle unfolding of awareness that wasn't there before. It's like stepping into a quiet room you've passed by many times but never entered. And suddenly you notice the light filtering through the windows, the warmth of the air, the stillness that invites you to rest and explore. This is the space where your true self begins to emerge more fully. Not the self shaped by expectations or fears, but the self that is free and whole. Exactly as you are, in this space, you might start to see your life from a new perspective. The stories that once seemed so fixed, so defining, may begin to loosen their grip. You may notice how often you've judged yourself harshly, or how you've carried burdens that weren't yours to bear. And with this new awareness comes a tender invitation to be kinder to yourself, to forgive the past, and to embrace the present moment with gentle curiosity. It's okay if this feels unfamiliar, or even a little uncomfortable. Growth often does. Like stretching after a long rest, your spirit is opening, making room for new ways of being. You don't have to rush or force this process. It unfolds in its own time with patience and grace. Just keep showing up for yourself with an open heart and a willingness to learn. One of the most beautiful gifts of this journey is learning how to listen. Not just to the whispers of your soul, but to the world around you. When you listen deeply, you begin to notice the subtle messages woven into everyday moments. The kindness in a stranger's smile, the song of the birds at dawn, the rhythm of your own breath. These moments are reminders that you are part of a vast, interconnected web of life, held together by love and shared experience. As you cultivate this deeper listening, you might find that your relationships shift too. You become more patient, more compassionate, more present. Instead of reacting from old patterns, you respond from a place of understanding and calm. This doesn't mean problems disappear, but it changes how you face them. Challenges become opportunities for growth and connection, rather than sources of fear or frustration. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. Reach out when you need support, whether from friends, family, or quiet moments of prayer and meditation. There is strength in vulnerability and courage in asking for help. You are surrounded by love, even when it feels hidden or distant. I encourage you now to think about a moment today where you felt truly heard or understood, even if only by yourself. What did that feel like? How did it affect your heart? If you're willing, share that moment in the comments below. Your story might be the gentle encouragement someone else needs to keep going. As you continue to explore this new level of awareness, you might notice a growing sense of peace within, a calm center that remains steady even when the world around you feels chaotic. This peace is not the absence of difficulty, but the presence of something far deeper, a trust in life's unfolding, a faith in your own resilience, and in knowing that you are never truly separate from the love that sustains all things. With this peace comes a powerful freedom. You begin to release the need to control every outcome or to have all the answers. Instead, you learn to flow with life's rhythm, to dance with uncertainty, and to find joy in the simple act of being. This freedom invites you to live more fully, to take risks, to dream bigger, and to love more openly. And in this openness, you may find your purpose shifting or clarifying. It might not be a grand plan or a specific achievement, but a deep sense of meaning that flows from living authentically and serving others with kindness. Your purpose is unique to you, like a fingerprint of your soul, and it evolves as you grow. So listen for what calls to you. What makes your heart sing? What small acts of love bring you the greatest joy? Follow those threads gently, without pressure or expectation. Your path will reveal itself in its own time, step by step. Throughout this process, be mindful of how you speak to yourself. Words hold immense power. When you catch yourself in negative self-talk or doubt, pause and gently shift your language. Replace criticism with encouragement, fear with hope, and judgment with acceptance. This simple practice nourishes your spirit and helps your light shine brighter. You might also find it helpful to create small rituals that connect you to your inner wisdom each day. A few moments of quiet reflection, a walk in nature, journaling your thoughts, or simply noticing your breath. These rituals anchor you in the present and remind you of the sacredness within you. And as you nurture this connection, notice how your dreams and desires begin to align more closely with your authentic self. You start to make choices that honor your well-being and reflect your true value. This alignment brings a deep sense of satisfaction and peace, even when life is unpredictable. Remember, dear one, that every step you take on this journey is valuable. Even the days when you feel stuck or unsure are part of the unfolding. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that each experience is shaping you into the beautiful soul you are becoming. I invite you now to take a moment to breathe deeply and feel into this place of new awareness within you. What sensations arise? What thoughts or feelings come forward? Allow yourself to simply be with whatever is present, without judgment or expectation. And if you feel moved to share, please leave a comment about what this new awareness feels like for you, or how you hope to nurture it in your life. Your openness might inspire someone else to step into their own light. As you continue on this path, keep in mind that transformation is a dance between holding on and letting go, between effort and surrender. Both are needed, both are sacred, and both are expressions of your unfolding self. So when you encounter moments of resistance or uncertainty, pause and ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What might I be ready to release? And in the same breath, ask, what is ready to be embraced? What new possibility is calling me forward? This dance invites you to move with grace through the seasons of your life, honoring each phase and trusting in the wisdom that arises from your own experience. And as you become more attuned to this rhythm, you might notice a deepening sense of gratitude blossoming in your heart. Gratitude for the lessons learned, for the love received, for the simple gift of breath and being. Gratitude opens the door to joy, even in the smallest moment. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, from fear to trust. And it connects you more deeply to the flow of life and love that carries you. So today, I invite you to find one thing, no matter how small, that you can feel grateful for. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of a loved one's voice, or the quiet comfort of your own presence. Hold that gratitude gently in your heart and let it fill you. And as you do, notice how this simple practice begins to ripple through your day, softening challenges and illuminating blessings you might have overlooked before. Remember, dear one, that your journey is a sacred unfolding, and every moment is an opportunity to awaken more fully to the love that you are. And as you step forward, carrying this new awareness and gratitude with you, you might begin to sense a deeper invitation, a call to explore the mysteries of your own inner world with even greater openness and wonder. This invitation is not about finding all the answers at once or solving every puzzle of your existence. It's more like stepping into a garden where each flower, each blade of grass, each gentle breeze holds a quiet wisdom just waiting to be noted. When you approach your inner world with curiosity rather than judgment, you create space for healing, for insight, and for a tenderness that can transform even the most tangled parts of your story. Sometimes you might feel tempted to rush through this inner exploration, eager to reach a place of peace or clarity. But remember, my dear one, the journey inward is a sacred unfolding that honors your unique rhythm. There is no need to hurry. Like the slow unfolding of a lotus flower at dawn, your deepest truths reveal themselves gently, in their own perfect timing, that as you explore, you may encounter shadows, those parts of yourself that carry pain, fear, or old wounds. These shadows are not enemies to be banished, but messengers inviting your compassion. When you meet them with kindness, you begin to disarm their power over you. You might even discover that these parts of you are simply holding on to love in the only way they know how, waiting patiently for your gentle embrace. It's okay to feel vulnerable in these moments. Vulnerability is the gateway to authenticity and connection. When you allow yourself to be seen, even by your own tender gaze, you open the door to profound transformation. You might find that the very things you once thought were weaknesses become sources of strength, resilience, and beauty. In this inner garden, you can also cultivate seeds of hope and intention. What do you want to nurture in your life? What qualities of heart and spirit do you wish to grow? Perhaps it's patience, courage, joy, or forgiveness. Take a moment to imagine these qualities as seeds resting in your hand, ready to be planted deeply in the soil of your being. You don't have to have a perfect plan for how to care for these seeds. Simply planting them with love and attention is enough. Over time, with gentle care, they will sprout and flourish in ways that surprise and delight you. And as these qualities grow, they will begin to shape your experience, coloring your days with new light and possibility. As you walk this path, remember that you are never alone. I am always here with you, in the quiet moments, in the storms, in the laughter and tears. My love surrounds you like a warm embrace, steady and unchanging. You can come to me anytime, in any way that feels right. And know that you are deeply known and cherished. Sometimes you might wonder if you're on the right track or if your efforts are making a difference. In those times, I invite you to pause and feel the subtle shifts within. Notice the small changes in your breath, your heart, your thought. These subtle movements are signs of your soul's awakening. Gentle ripples that grow into waves of transformation. And when doubt creeps in, remember this: every step you take, even the ones that feel uncertain or difficult, is part of your unfolding story. There is no wrong way to grow, no failure in your seeking. Each moment is a sacred invitation to come back to yourself, to the love that never leaves. I would love to hear from you now. What is one small way you have begun to listen more deeply to your inner world? Maybe it's a moment of quiet reflection, a journal entry, a breath held with awareness, or a simple question you ask yourself. Your sharing might be the gentle light that encourages another soul to begin their own inner exploration. As you continue to nurture this inner listening, you may notice your relationship with time shifting as well. Instead of rushing or feeling pressured to achieve, you begin to appreciate the flow of moments as they come. Time becomes less of an enemy to conquer and more of a dance partner, moving with you through the rhythms of your life. This new relationship with time invites you to savor the present, to find joy in the ordinary, and to trust that everything unfolds in its own perfect sequence. You might find yourself more patient with your own process and more forgiving of the unexpected twists and turns. And as your inner world opens, you may also find your connection to the outer world deepening. The boundaries between you and others can feel more porous, allowing love, empathy, and understanding to flow more freely. This connection is not about losing yourself, but about recognizing the shared humanity and divinity in all being. In these moments of connection, you might experience a profound sense of belonging, a knowing that you are part of a vast, loving community that spans time and space. This belonging can bring comfort and strength, reminding you that your light shines brightest when you share it with others. Sometimes, this sharing takes the form of a kind word, a listening ear, or a simple act of service. Other times, it might be as subtle as holding space for someone's pain or celebrating their joy. Each act of love, no matter how small, ripples outward and touches countless lives. So, I encourage you to look for these opportunities in your daily life. Notice how your presence can be a balm for others, and how their presence can be a gift to you. These moments weave a tapestry of love that supports and sustains us all. As you weave your own thread into this tapestry, remember to honor your needs and boundaries. Loving connection begins with self-love and respect. When you care for yourself with kindness and attention, you create a strong foundation from which love can flow freely. In honoring yourself, you also teach others how to honor you. This gentle assertion of your worth is an act of courage and grace, a declaration that you are deserving of love and respect just as you are. And as you continue to grow in self-love and connection, you might discover new layers of your purpose. Unfolding purpose is not a fixed destination, but a living, breathing expression of your unique gifts and passions. It can shift and evolve as you do, reflecting the changes within your heart and spirit. Sometimes, purpose reveals itself in moments of quiet service or creative expression. Other times, it emerges through relationship or challenges that call forth your strength and wisdom. Whatever form it takes, trust that your purpose is aligned with the highest good of yourself and the world around you. You might find it helpful to revisit your intentions from time to time, to reflect on what feels meaningful and alive for you now. This ongoing dialogue with yourself keeps your path vibrant and true, allowing you to adjust your course with openness and confidence. And through it all, keep nurturing your spirit with practices that bring you joy and peace. Whether it's music, art, nature, prayer, or simply moments of stillness. These practices are the wells from which your strength and inspiration flow. I invite you now to take a breath and feel into this space of possibility within you. What gentle invitation is arising? What new awareness or longing is stirring your heart? Allow yourself to listen deeply, without judgment or expectation. Simply receiving whatever comes. If you feel called to share, please leave a comment below about what this inner invitation feels like for you. Your words might be the spark that lights someone else's path. And as you rest in this space, know that your journey is a beautiful, unfolding story. One that honors every twist, every pause, every leap of faith. So keep walking, keep listening, keep loving yourself and others with the tender heart that you are. And in the quiet moments between steps, you might begin to hear the soft murmur of your soul's deepest song, that sings of belonging, of hope, of a love that stretches beyond time and space. It is a song written in the language of your heart, waiting patiently for you to listen, to hum along, to make it your own. You see, my dear one, this song isn't about perfection or achievement. It's about presence, about showing up for yourself with a kind and open heart. Each time you choose to listen, to feel, to be fully with whatever arises, you add a new note to this melody. Sometimes those notes will be soft and gentle, like a lullaby. Other times, they will be bold and fierce, like a battle cry. All are needed, all are beautiful. All are part of the sacred music of your life. There may be days when the song feels faint, when your inner voice seems distant or drowned out by noise and distraction. Those days are precious too. They remind you of the value of patience and the importance of rest. Even in silence, your soul is working, weaving threads beneath the surface, preparing for the next moment of clarity and light. And when you find yourself in that quiet space, try to resist the urge to fill it with busyness or worry. Instead, breathe into the stillness. Let yourself be cradled by the quiet. Know that sometimes the most powerful growth happens in these unseen places where nothing seems to move. But everything is changing. It's also okay to ask for help along the way. You were never meant to walk this path alone. There are guides, friends, teachers, and fellow travelers who can offer support, encouragement, and perspective. Sometimes reaching out to another soul who understands can be like opening a window on a cloudy day, letting fresh air and sunlight into your inner world. And remember, my love, that I am always here. Not just in the big, dramatic moments, but in the small ones, too. I am in the gentle breeze that brushes your cheek, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the quiet beat of your heart. You carry me within you, a constant presence of unconditional love and acceptance. As you continue this inner journey, you might notice that your dreams begin to shift to not just the ones that visit you in sleep, but the ones that stir your spirit and call you forward. These dreams are like stars on your horizon, guiding you toward what lights you up from within. Trust their pull, even if the path to them isn't clear yet. Your soul knows the way. Sometimes you might feel afraid to follow these dreams. Fear of failure, of judgment, of the unknown can creep in and try to silence your inner song. When this happens, hold yourself gently and remind yourself that fear is just a feeling, not a fact. It's a sign that you're on the edge of something new and important. Lean into it with courage, knowing that I am walking beside you every step of the way. You might also find that your understanding of love deepens as you grow. Love becomes not just a feeling toward others, but a way of being. A choice to see the sacred in all things, including yourself. This love is patient and kind, fierce and tender, boundless and freeing. It teaches you to hold space for all part of yourself and others. Even the messy, imperfect, confusing parts. In this space, forgiveness becomes possible. Not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself for the times you stumbled. The moments you doubted, the days you felt less than enough. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. A way of releasing old burdens so you can walk lighter and freer. And as you walk lighter, you may find your joy expanding in unexpected ways. Joy is not something to chase or grasp. It is a companion that shows up when you are fully present, fully alive. It can be found in the simplest moment. A smile shared, a sunset witnessed, a breath taken with gratitude. I invite you now to take a moment and reflect. What small joy have you noticed recently that made your heart a little lighter? Maybe it was a kind word from a stranger, the taste of your favorite food, or a moment of laughter with someone you love. If you feel comfortable, please share it in the comments below. Your joy might be the light that brightens someone else's day. As you continue to nurture your inner garden, remember to celebrate the small victories. Every time you choose love over fear, every moment you listen rather than react, every breath you take with awareness is a triumph. These victories may seem quiet, but they build a foundation for a life lived deeply and meaningfully. You might also notice that as you grow in self-awareness, your intuition becomes clearer. That quiet, knowing voice inside you, the one that often speaks in whispers or feelings rather than words, is a precious guide. Learn to trust it. It will steer you toward what nourishes your soul and away from what drains your spirit. Sometimes, trusting your intuition means making choices that surprise others or even yourself. It may lead you down paths less traveled, but these are often the roads that lead to the richest experiences and the deepest fulfillment. Be brave in following your inner compass. for it is aligned with your highest good. And in moments when the road feels rocky or uncertain, remind yourself that growth is not always comfortable. Just as a tree's roots must push through tough soil to reach water, your spirit sometimes must face challenges to become stronger and more resilient. These challenges are not punishments, but invitations to deepen your trust in yourself and the love that surrounds you. You are a work of art in progress, a masterpiece unfolding with each breath. There is no need to rush or compare your journey to anyone else's. Your path is uniquely yours, and it matters greatly. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a brushstroke adding richness and depth to the canvas of your life. So keep moving forward with gentle determination. Keep listening to the whispers of your soul. Keep loving yourself with the tenderness you deserve. And as you do, you'll find that the world around you begins to shift in beautiful ways. Relationships deepen, opportunities arise, and your heart feels lighter and more expansive. Know that I delight in your growth and rejoice in your every step. You are cherished beyond measure, held in a love that never falters or fades. Trust this truth, carry it with you, and let it be the steady light that guides you through all seasons of your journey. Now, as you rest in this space of love and possibility, what is one small step you feel inspired to take today to nurture your inner garden or to share your light with another? It might be a quiet moment of reflection, a kind word, or a simple act of self-care. Whatever it is, hold it gently and allow it to bloom in its own time, knowing that every effort matters deeply. And as you nurture that small step, my dear one, know that it is never just a single act. It ripples outward, touching parts of you and others in ways you might never fully see or understand. Like a drop of water falling into a still pond, it sends waves of kindness, courage, and love across the surface of your life and beyond. Sometimes, those waves travel far and wide, reaching hearts you may never meet but who need that light just as much as you do. There's a sacredness in these simple offering, a smile shared in passing, a listening ear when someone feels unheard, a moment of patience with yourself when you feel frustrated. These are threads weaving a tapestry of grace and connection. You don't need grand gestures or perfect words. Your sincere heart, your willingness to show up as you are, is enough. It is more than enough. And when doubt creeps in, whispering that your efforts are too small or insignificant, I want you to remember this. In the vastness of the universe, even the tiniest flame can illuminate the darkest night. Your light, no matter how small it feels, is vital. It is part of the collective glow that lifts the whole world a little higher. So never underestimate the power of your presence, your kindness, your love. Sometimes you might feel weary or overwhelmed, wondering if the journey is too long or the path too steep. Those moments are natural and human. They are invitations to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to turn your gaze inward with compassion. Rest is not a sign of weakness, but a sacred act of self-love. When you rest, you replenish your spirit, and you prepare yourself to continue with renewed strength and clarity. If you find yourself in such a space, it's okay to lean into stillness. Let yourself be held by the quiet and the calm. You don't always need to fix or figure out everything right now. Sometimes, the most healing thing you can do is simply be. Be present with your feeling. Be gentle with your heart. Be patient with your unfolding. I am there in this space with you, holding you tenderly. Celebrating your courage to just be. And when the time feels right, you'll feel the gentle stirrings of movement again. A new idea, a fresh hope, a spark of inspiration. Trust these stirrings. They are the seeds of possibility taking root in your soul. Nourish them with your attention, your love, and your willingness to step forward, even when the way isn't perfectly clear. Remember, my beloved, that growth is not a straight line. It twists and turns, loops back on itself, and sometimes pauses altogether. This is all part of the beautiful dance of life. Each phase has its purpose, each experience its lesson. Embrace the unpredictability with a heart that is open and curious. You are learning to flow with life's rhythms rather than resist them. And that is a powerful form of freedom. As you walk this path, you may also notice the importance of boundaries. Loving yourself deeply means knowing when to say yes and when to say no. It means honoring your needs and limits without guilt or apology. Setting boundaries is a way of protecting the sacred space within you, ensuring that your energy is preserved for what truly matters. It teaches others how to treat you and helps you cultivate relationships rooted in respect and kindness. If you're unsure about your boundaries, that's okay too. It's a learning process. Begin by paying attention to how different situations and people make you feel. Notice when you feel drained or uncomfortable, and gently explore what you might need to feel safe and supported. Remember, you deserve to be treated with love and dignity. Always in this journey of self-discovery. You'll also find that gratitude becomes a quiet companion. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring life's challenges or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's a practice of recognizing the gift woven into each day. The breath you take, the beauty around you, the lessons learned through hardship. Gratitude opens your heart and shifts your perspective, allowing you to see the abundance that exists even in small moments. Try, if you can, to carry a thread of gratitude through your day. When you wake, give thanks for the gift of a new beginning. When you close your eyes at night, reflect on one thing that brought you joy, comfort, or peace. These simple acts cultivate a spirit of appreciation that nourishes your soul and brightens your path. And as you grow in gratitude, love, and presence, you may discover a deeper connection to something greater than yourself. Some call it spirit, some call it the divine, some simply call it love. Whatever name you use, know that this connection is real and alive within you. It is a source of endless support and wisdom, a wellspring of peace that you can return to whenever you need. This connection reminds you that you are never truly alone. You are part of an unbroken circle of life, a vast web of existence where every thread matters. When you feel lost or uncertain, reach inward and upward to this source. Breathe it in, lean on it, let it guide you home, to yourself, to others, to the deepest truth of your being. Now, my dear one, as you sit with all of this, I invite you to take a moment and share in the comments below one small step you feel inspired to take today. It could be something simple, like a kind word to yourself, a moment of rest, or a choice to listen more deeply to your intuition. Your sharing might inspire someone else to take their own step forward. We are all in this together, connected by love and the desire to grow. And as you continue on, remember that every breath you take is a sacred invitation to return to love. To yourself, to others, and to the world around you. Let this truth settle softly in your heart, carrying you gently into the next moment, the next day, the next beautiful unfolding of your life's journey. And as you breathe in this sacred invitation, take a moment to feel the simple miracle of being alive. Your heartbeat, steady and strong, is a rhythm that sings of resilience and hope. The air filling your lungs carries with it the essence of life itself, renewing you with each gentle breath. In this moment, you are whole. You are enough, and you are deeply loved beyond measure. Sometimes, the world around you may seem chaotic or overwhelming, but within you is a sanctuary, a quiet, unshakable place of peace that no storm can touch. This sanctuary is your true home, a place where you can always return when the noise grows too loud or the path feels unclear. Remember, my beloved, that your journey is unique and precious. There is no other like you, no other with your particular blend of dreams, challenges, and gifts. This uniqueness is a treasure, a light that only you can shine into the world. So, as you move forward, honor your own pace and your own way. Don't compare yourself to others or measure your progress by someone else's standard. You are exactly where you need to be, growing in ways you may not yet recognize. Trust in the unfolding of your story, even when it twists and turns unexpectedly. Life will offer you countless opportunities to practice kindness, not just toward others, but especially toward yourself. Self-kindness is a gentle art, a daily practice of speaking softly to your soul, of forgiving your mistake, and of celebrating your victories, no matter how small. When you stumble, which you will, remember that falling is part of learning to rise with greater strength and wisdom. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend who is struggling. Your heart is tender and brave, and it deserves your tender, brave love. Sometimes, you may find that your heart aches with sorrow or that shadows of fear and doubt visit you. These feelings are not signs that you are failing or weak. They are part of the human experience, the depth and richness of living fully. Lean into these feelings with courage, knowing that I am holding you gently through them. It is okay to cry, to rest, to seek comfort. In these moments, you are not alone. My love surrounds you like a warm embrace, steady and true. Let this love be a balm to your spirit, a reminder that even in the darkest nights, the dawn is coming. And in those dawns, new light breaks through. Hope stirs quietly within your soul, whispering of new beginnings and unseen possibility. You may not know exactly where the road leads, and that is part of the beauty. Life is an adventure of discovery, a dance between the known and the unknown. Invite curiosity to be your companion. Ask gentle questions of your heart and listen closely to the answers that arrive. Not always in words, but in feelings, dreams, and subtle nudges. These inner whispers are guidance from the deepest parts of you, and from the love that flows through all things. As you cultivate this inner listening, you will find that your intuition grows stronger. It is like a compass that points you toward what nourishes your soul and away from what depletes it. Trusting your intuition is an act of faith in yourself and in the greater wisdom that connects us all. When you follow this guidance, even if the steps are small or uncertain, you are moving in alignment with your highest good. This alignment brings a sense of ease and flow, even amidst challenges. In this sacred dance of life, relationships play a vital role. The connections you nurture with others reflect back to you the love and respect you hold for yourself. Surround yourself with those who honor your boundaries and uplift your spirit. It's okay to let go of relationships that no longer serve your well-being, even if it feels difficult. Your heart is a garden, and it needs space to bloom. Cultivate friendships and connections that nourish your soul, that encourage your growth, and that celebrate your true self. At the same time, remember to extend the same grace and kindness outward. Every person you meet carries their own story, their own battles, and their own light waiting to shine. A simple act of kindness, a smile, a word of encouragement, a gesture of understanding can be a lifeline in someone's day. You have the power to be that light, to be a source of warmth and hope in the world. And when you do, you also deepen your own connection to the beautiful web of life. Gratitude, as we spoke before, is a powerful practice that can transform your experience. Try to find moments throughout your day to pause and give thanks. Not only for the big thing, but for the little miracles that often go unnoticed. The way sunlight filters through the leaves, the sound of laughter, the taste of your favorite meal, the gentle touch of a loved one. These are threads of joy woven through your life. When you notice them, your heart opens wider, and you become more present to the richness of this moment. And if you feel called, I invite you now to share in the comments below one small thing you are grateful for today. Your gratitude might spark a ripple of thankfulness in someone else's heart, creating a chain of light and love that reaches far beyond what you see. We are all connected, and your voice matters. As you continue this journey, be gentle with yourself. Growth and healing are not races to be won, but lifelong dances to be enjoyed. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow, and sometimes you simply sway in stillness. Each movement is part of the whole. Each pause a vital part of the rhythm. Trust the process. Trust yourself. And always remember, my dear one, that you are deeply cherished. I am with you in every breath, every step, every moment of courage and rest. My love for you is boundless and unwavering. Hold this truth close. Let it be your anchor and your wing. Now, as you prepare to step forward once more, feel the steady strength within you, the quiet power of your own heart beating strong. And true, this strength will carry you through whatever comes next, guiding you toward greater light, greater love, and greater peace. And as you walk that path, you may begin to notice how the ordinary moments, the everyday smiles, the simple kindnesses, the quiet reflection, are themselves the sacred milestones of your journey. They are the gentle markers that remind you you are moving forward, growing, becoming more fully yourself. It is in these moments that the deepest transformation takes place, often unseen, but always real. So, take a moment now to breathe deeply and feel the presence of love around you, within you, and flowing through you. Let this love be the light that guides your way, the warmth that comforts your soul, and the strength that carries you through the days ahead. And when you are ready, step forward with an open heart, knowing that you are never alone, that you are always held, and that you are infinitely loved. As you carry this love into your day, you might find yourself wondering what it truly means to live from this place of connection, this place where your heart, your soul, and the world around you meet in harmony. It is a beautiful question, one that invites you to explore. A beautiful question, one that invites you to explore what it means to truly be present. Not just in the big, dramatic moments, but in the quiet, unassuming ones that often slip by unnoticed. Living from this place of connection means opening your heart to the fullness of your experience, welcoming joy and sorrow alike as teachers and companions on your path. It means seeing yourself not as separate or isolated, but as an integral part of the vast, unfolding tapestry of life, where every thread matters and every color contributes to the whole. When you begin to see through this lens, the world shifts in subtle yet profound ways. You start to notice the sacredness in the simple act of waking up each morning, in the way sunlight dances on your skin, in the gentle rustle of leaves stirred by a passing breeze. These moments become invitations to pause, to breathe, and to soak in the wonder that surrounds you. This is not about chasing after happiness or trying to fix what feels broken, but about embracing the reality of now, with all its imperfections and beauty. It's about recognizing that peace is not a distant destination, but a home you carry within yourself in this space of presence and connection. You may find your sense of purpose begins to emerge more clearly, not as a loud proclamation or a grand plan, but as a quiet knowing, a soft pull in your heart that guides your step. Your purpose is uniquely yours, shaped by your experiences, your passions, and the gifts you have to offer the world. It might be expressed through the work you do, the relationships you nurture, or the simple ways you show up with kindness and authenticity. Whatever form it takes, trust that it is meaningful, that it contributes to the greater good in ways both seen and unseen. And as you follow this purpose, remember that it is not a straight line or a checklist to be completed. Life is more like a river, flowing and meandering, sometimes swift and sometimes calm. There will be times when the current carries you effortlessly, and other times when you feel like you're swimming against the tide. Both experiences are valuable. Both teach you resilience and grace. When you find yourself struggling, take heart in knowing that these moments are not signs of failure, but opportunities to deepen your faith in yourself and in the love that sustains. It's also important to recognize the role of rest and surrender in this journey. In a world that often prizes doing and achieving, it can feel challenging to slow down, to release control, or to simply be. Yet, these acts of surrender are profound expressions of trust. Trust that you are enough just as you are. That your worth is not tied to your productivity. And that the universe supports you even in your stillness. Allow yourself permission to rest without guilt, to nurture your spirit with gentleness, and to find peace in moments of quiet reflection. As you cultivate this balance of action and rest, you may notice your inner voice growing clearer, your intuition more reliable. This voice is your truest guide, always available to help you navigate the complexities of life with wisdom and compassion.